Let me tell you how bad it is. I've been so rut. I didn't even hit go live. So me and Eric was sitting here talking, and I wasn't even live yet.
Yep. Been there, done that.
Well, look at
Have
there.
any, have any
There's
plans
people.
to go live today?
How about what?
It'd be real sweet if you had plans to go live.
Yeah. Well, I had plans to go live. So,
Beat that deer.
but I didn't schedule my live until late this evening, of course, because um I was worried I wouldn't be home in time with the way my weekend and the day has went.
Oh, that's like Tina's mine the other day. She kept telling me to. Have you asked me if I got ours posted? This is what, about a month or so ago on ours, and I was like, I'll do it. And I think the day of is like, oh crap. Yeah, 10 minutes before.
Yep. So, and anybody that's on here right now, I know right now we don't have but 10 people watching. Guys, any of y'all want to jump over and go watch from Mr. Paul or go watch from Eric and Tina? They're co-streaming, so it'll help them with their watch hours, and I'll still get credit too. So don't worry about here, and I'll try to keep it up with the chat, so so everybody can see what's going on with the chat.
Yep.
Who is this here? Look, we got one more.
I went by Mom's house and she was making.
I'll still get credit too, so don't worry about here. Paul's is there, Chris, on your chat, so everybody can see what. Hang on, let me get with. That's a good looking hat you have there. We got one more.
I went by Mom's house and she was making.
I'll still get credit too, so don't worry about here. Paul's your other one. There, Chris, on your chat, so everybody can see what. Hang on, let me get.
There we go.
There you go. Good.
Sorry.
All right.
I've only got my bunny hat.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe.
I'm going to have to buy a Paul Case hat, I'm sure.
What does Mr. Paul have there?
Good luck. Paul Case ain't even got a Paul Case hat.
What do you eat? Is that Cheerios with hearts in them?
I don't know. Mom put it in this Chex Mix, and I can't quit. So apparently it's heart medicine. I don't know.
How you doing,
She's just saying she loves you.
Yeah. I love you. So I've been saving this. I've been saving this just for your live.
Jerry.
There was this box on it was a rubber band to my mailbox today.
Yeah, rubber band. That was a big rubber band.
Yeah, I had a rubber band around this box and the T-post that my mailbox is on. So I already know who it's from.
Hi, Joe.
And I think I know what it's going to be, but I haven't opened it yet. So,
hey, Scotty.
Hey, Scotty.
I figured mine was going to be an LSU hat.
Yeah, that's what you deserve, ain't it?
What?
Yeah, looky there. Ain't that a good-looking hat?
Oh,
yeah.
Nice.
I may have to wear the sticker. And I got I've got a pattern. I mean, an Our Louisiana Life sticker. Did I say that right? A pattern. I mean, Louisiana Life sticker.
Don't worry. Hey, I sent Scotty's was sent out too. The same. Look, y'all's was sent out. Them things have been sent out. I can't tell you how long ago. It's been over a week, and they just got hung up. USPS is struggling right now.
Well, in my neck of the woods, if I was to send somebody to my neighbor 1 mile away in the right direction, it would take a week.
Hey, Joe Jacobson. Yeah. Let me get caught up here. Backwards, and you're echoing. Somebody's backwards, and that's Chris was echoing.
I think you got it all fixed.
Yeah, we all fixed.
Tina sent something to Dale and Lisa what, last week or week before, and they still ain't got it yet, and they're what, 3 hours away. So
it's crazy. We've got a bunch of stuff that's been sent out, and we got more stuff that's going out tomorrow, and
on me, it's when it jumps that state line. Instead of just going over there, it has to go to Tulsa or Oklahoma City, and then to Springfield or Jefferson City, and then to their town.
Well, the bad thing is the packages I sent out the other day with y'all's caps, they got to our local first big hub, which is Shreveport, and they hung up there for like 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
It said just moving through. I can't remember what it kept showing. Moving through something.
Hey Trey, the support group's here. Amy.
Hello.
Yeah. I can't miss clicking on anything because Amy will accuse me of skipping somebody's comment if I don't show it here.
Hey, y'all, I seen where Amy was present while they were butchering chickens.
Oh.
Yeah, they did a good one. They went to the Oklahoma Baptist Home for Children and taught a whole bunch of young girls how to process some chickens. I think I'm like, I can't do it, but I'll go over here and applaud for them.
Colton Brook.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've got more caps ordered. So I just my last, I had a few caps left. So and Scotty, apparently the cap that I had wrote down for Scotty was not the color cap he wanted. I got 2 caps left. He got it in today. He said, "Man, I love my cap." He said, "But it's not the green one that I asked for." I said, "What?" I said, "Man, you want a black one?" I said, "Man, oh, I got too much going on."
I don't know, Chris. I kind of look at you and I'm like, are we related?
Well, I did shave my 5 o'clock shadow off, so I'm the only one that doesn't have a beard or a goatee or scruff.
I'm offended.
Hey, Avid, how you, man?
Offended. You're the only person I've known that had ever really called it what it actually is. Scruff.
That's what mine is. That's the best bear
part about this is when sawdust gets hung up in it.
Mm-hmm. Or food.
Well, beards are great for, food storage.
See if I can get one hung up in there. No, the checks won't stay.
Maybe
I know cut epoxy will stick in that stuff bigger than anything.
I bet.
Hey, Avid.
I was squaring up this board for Tina that we're doing for somebody and running that through the table saw, and I was wearing more epoxy than anything else.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Amy, how are you doing?
So, Trey, you need to teach me something.
Hello, Dan.
That's scary.
Hey, Trey.
What you need? What you need me to teach you?
Well, I'm trying to. Okay, so if I go to my home or my channel page, it tells me up there. It says I've got 42 subscribers. How do you know? Where do you go to find out who your subscribers are?
You've got to get the YouTube Studio.
Okay.
Get YouTube Studio and sign in, and you can get all your analytics, and you can see all that stuff.
Well, see, I went to the studio and I got analytics, but it wouldn't say who members were.
Who your talking about your subscribers
or subscribers. Yeah. I'll have to.
Yeah. I hadn't even looked at it so long, but you can click on and it'll show you all your subscribers.
Okay.
So, well, all of them that are, I guess, listed as public. I don't know that it don't show you every subscriber. Well, look at there. That's a good looking sticker.
We used to get emails from YouTube when somebody would subscribe, but I don't know if we still
did too until I hit my 1,000. And after I hit the 1,000 subscribers, I've never got another email. Didn't matter if anybody was public or private or what. You know, I think that's one of them deals YouTube does to keep you hanging, you know, keep you in that suspense.
Yeah, in your analytics, you can see what videos people subscribe on, or you lose a subscriber on.
Or lose.
I don't think you see anymore who subscribes to you.
Now, Eric, is there a 3-minute limit on shorts, or is there a time limit on shorts and a time limit on videos?
It used to be a minute, but I think they've gone up to 3 minutes now.
3.
It has not started yet.
Yeah.
But I think everything shows, though, most people 10 to 15 seconds, and on a short, they're pretty much out anyway. So unless it's like an educational short that you can fit down within just a short time frame, I wouldn't go more than 15 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And your videos, there's no set time on videos. You can do whatever, but you know, you're best if you can kind of, my opinion, what I see, if I keep mine between the 10 to 15 minute mark, that seems to do the best. I've had some 20-minute ones that do pretty good, you know, but it's being able to keep everybody's attention.
Yeah.
So are you going to be ready for December 31st, Trey?
Yeah, I am, because I want some relief with this knee. That's why I had everything lined up with work. And there's Mallory. I had everything lined up for work, and I mean, the short-term disability, I was ready, because I'm telling you, if he'd have told me today, yep, got to do it, and there was any way that I could have done it before the end of the year, I was going to pull the trigger, tell him to cut it open.
Well, I was also talking about the Texas Bowl game.
Oh, well, see, I haven't even been worried about that deal. I'm telling you.
Oh, that's just off your shoulder, man. You're not even concerned.
Well, let me tell you, Chris, honestly, with it, this thing with these bowl games now has got to be. I watch all of them because I'm an LSU fan, Tony. Win or lose, whatever. But you don't see the teams that played in the regular season unless you're a team that was. Oh, you're doing a great job on comments, Trey.
Hey,
I'm trying to talk and catch up here, see. But ever since this portal thing has opened up and they allow these kids to start transferring, or the kids that are declaring for the NFL now to try to get ready, I'm not a big fan of that. Hey, Tony.
Tony.
Hey, Chris.
Well, that's like OU's going to have a new quarterback because he did the portal.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris, this is the kind of bowl I'm going to be interested in around the holidays.
Hey, where's that side? What was side bacon? But it wasn't
fresh
bacon.
Pork side.
Yeah, where's the plate number 2?
It's still the rest of it's still in the Frigidator.
Oh, I figured you'd have it ready because I was going to say, where's the ranch?
I had some suggestions, so I may do that Saturday morning. It'll have to be a little earlier than my last live because I have to be at the church so I can be involved in a candy dropping party.
Candy dropping party.
It's usually they meet to sack up the candy sacks to give everybody at the program, but we've deemed it to be a candy dropping party because you can't eat anything you didn't drop. And I cut out the middleman sometimes. I'm like, it doesn't have to hit the floor. Oops, I dropped it from this hand to the other one. And
I just want to know if you're going to be Santa, Paul.
Nope. We don't do Santa Claus at church. Not my church. Sorry. We do, however, have a Christmas tree, which is the weirdest way ever to celebrate somebody's birthday. Do they put a tree in the house and light it up with lights, real colorful lights for your birthday, Eric?
No.
Mine neither. I mean, this year I got a shirt with my name on it.
And a pickle.
It looks like a pickle, but it's green grass.
Jesse calls it her
It's a tractor driving on a pickle. There, that's the first time we've mentioned the word tractor tonight. Jennifer Ocean's going to be in here.
Hey, Rebecca. Yeah,
Right?
I got
Rebecca on winning.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I know you was football interested in them bowl games, but this is the bowl game I'm looking forward to playing. This, if it gets any kind of cold, I'm planning to make me a pot of chili cooked on top of my wood stove.
I'll make some tater soup.
Yeah.
I want to know, Eric, what about the sawmill?
I've cut the one log on it so far, and that's all I've had time to cut on that thing. I haven't even hardly been out in the woods the last couple weeks to even get more firewood even. So,
yeah.
Hey, Evelyn.
But I got the carpenter ants killed that was in that one that I sawed up, because that was my biggest fear there until I got those ants going.
Yeah.
I didn't want to bring any more wood up. So, and it's one of those days I go to the store, it's like tell myself I need to get some spray, and I'd walk out, it's like, crap, I forgot the spray. I get the next time. So I finally got the ants killed off, and we've been busy in the shop and with other stuff. I haven't even been out in the woods. I gotta get out and get the firewood cut too. So, but I do have a couple logs out there cut that ready to go to the sawmill. I just got to get them drug up and on there and get to work with it.
Well, I'm going to. I am debating on getting me one after the first year.
My wife uses a lot of that kind of language, Trey. I'm going to, gonna. I'm helping Rebecca out. She's asked me a question there, and this is the answer.
Yep.
But
there you go.
The question was not what my address is. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Do you need? All right, I'm going to bounce because a certain dog needs to go outside, so I'll be back.
Uh-oh.
Bring something in his bowl.
But, the guy that I got my sawmill off of that Paul put me in touch with, I guess he's getting out of the sawmill selling game. So
really, I got his number. I haven't contacted him yet. I was waiting until after the first of the year.
He still had the one. You may contact him. He had the one left. It was one. It was either 126 or 130. I don't remember. But when I picked mine up, I don't know if he still has it or not. So, but I seen a video he put out here just the other day. Said he bit off more than he could chew, so he's getting out of doing that. So
it's more work than he wanted to do.
Apparently, Jennifer don't only like bling bling stuff. Apparently, she likes pickles. Apparently, you brought her back from the sleep. Paul was saying pickle.
I didn't say pickle. It was Eric.
Well, she doesn't like tomatoes because she was kind enough to donate seven things of seeds of tomatoes.
Yep.
I'm joking, Jennifer.
Don't like tomatoes? Jennifer, do you like tomatoes?
My son's one of them weird ones that don't like tomatoes.
Or ham. I don't like tomatoes as far as the raw. I don't. But now anything that's made with tomato paste, tomato sauce, rotel tomatoes in it, ketchup, I love it. But I just do not care for the raw tomato.
I think she's listening to something else, so I can get by with this. It's been in the fridge for over a week. I'm gonna make something with those. Don't eat them all. Uh-oh, I'm getting the evil eye, y'all. If you read about me in the newspaper, you'll know what happened.
Here comes a flying frying pan.
Oh, did you? I guess is that what you was talking about a while ago when you were holding the box up? Make sure you seen that.
Yep.
Okay, got you. I'm just that far behind right now, trying to talk and go through.
You related to Amy?
No, but you know,
Well, we
I
all are. We all are somehow.
Straight. Yes, right.
So you know what tomorrow is, right, Trey?
Tomorrow?
Yes, sir.
Tuesday.
Besides it being Tuesday, it's 1 week since I've had a video or a photo.
Yeah.
And you said a week. It was going to be weekly. I signed up for.
Well, we hadn't signed up for anything. See, we haven't signed up anything.
It was a verbal agreement.
Oh, a
verbal agreement. Oh yeah. He's going to hold you to a verbal contract.
Did you
I've got a on my calendar. It alerts me. It says bunny photo video.
Well, you'll get one tomorrow. I actually have to go back to work too tomorrow night. I go back to work 2 nights early. So yeah, I've got to work 8 nights this time. I can't take off no more vacation. So they won't let me take off before Christmas. So I've just got to deal with it now. Dadgummit.
I don't know. I may make a franchise on this. Stupid questions. Apparently, I have asked a stupid question. If y'all have looked at my short, why does a round bale feeder have to be round? 5 days ago, I put that on. 17,000 views. It's 8 seconds. I just asked, why does a round bale feeder have to be round?
That's awesome.
I have gotten a few of the smart alecus answers, but the kicker is, I also made a video.
Yes, Laurie, restream.
2.5 minutes long about why a bale feeder doesn't have to be round, and only 126 people bother to go watch that.
Oh, dadgummit, I am slacking.
Yeah.
Mercy.
How many seconds? How many minutes?
Yeah.
Man.
I'm trying to hone in on all these. You know, I'm feeling this pressure from Amy about all these comments.
I fell asleep.
Hey, Tony.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
What's
pretty good? Yeah. How are you doing?
Look at that. Boy, that's a purdy sticker.
I ain't got one of them.
You will.
Okay, all right. I'm just saying.
Tony, you need this one? Because I can send it to you. I mean, I know I'll get one with my bunny photo.
Yeah.
You know what? You should just start now and go to campaigning for bunny ride.
No.
Easter would be a great time to go for a ride on a bunny. Think about the video. Think about the clickbait going on there.
Look, we got her. I'm telling you.
There would be millions of people would watch an 8-second short of yours on Let's Ride a Bunny for Easter.
Wearing a bunny costume off of A Christmas Story.
That's funny.
Oh, Eric. Oh.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Because it says I've lost connection. It's been up there for like 30 seconds, but you guys are there, so I don't know.
Yeah, you've been there.
I can
Oh
even
my God. Here goes Dale. Oh, yes, I'm behind Dale. I get it. I'm trying.
Between Dale and Amy, you ain't gonna catch a break, Trey.
Yeah. Well, hey, I deserve it. I give Amy heck.
Hey, Avid's one of the guys.
There it is. Billy and Mickey.
Hey, Bill, Mickey, and Shep.
Man, I need a pet catch up.
I never get to ask the question if someone wants a hat. And now I got to ask you, Paul, what color do you want?
I'm partial to anything but black. And look at me wearing all black tonight.
Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Black's just not really my favorite, but
Pickle green one.
I was gonna say John Deere green.
Pickle green.
hey, go take a hike, friend. If you make me a John Deere green hat that says Paul Case Farms on it,
I don't know how to sew on these the knitted hats I make.
Doesn't matter if it says something or not. It's just fine, and I'll
Okay.
wear it, and somebody will get all jealous, and I'll give it away. That'll work right there. It'll be like that Paul Case. He'll give you the hat off his head.
I got another Santa hat to almost finish, and then 2 more to make.
Wow, that's quite a Santa hat.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, everyone.
Very warm.
Look down here.
All right, Dale. If Dale's listening, he'll know what I'm talking about. I got the situation took care of. Oh, look at that. Right, look, hang on.
I have been waiting almost a full year to wear this, and I actually had it on a couple of nights ago on somebody's live, and it was sitting right there, and I went, Rebecca hat. Oh, I gotta get it on. That's why I put it on right now. I did wear it the other night on someone's for over an hour, and I said, my head is roasting. I gotta take this off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, maybe I can come up with a new name that'll stick here. Is it Santoni?
There you go.
Santoni?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That'll work.
What brand is it, Jennifer? You maybe done said. I'm just that far behind right now. But what brand truck is it?
You are way behind.
I am. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
This is eating me up.
Hang on. I'll pause for a minute and help you catch up.
Yeah.
Hey, Bill and Mikey.
Oh gosh.
Avid, how's it going?
Is he there yet?
Am I there?
Hi,
No,
Joe.
I'm not there yet.
You moved your lips.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
I
I'm
wanna see
scared
how long he
if
can
I
hold
keep
it.
going, Amy's gonna tongue lash me.
I never get stopped in a nice looking position. Every time it freezes, I'm like almost to pick my nose or something, you know.
Jennifer says Ford. I got a Ford tractor.
So we need to talk about Ford parts now.
Why don't you talk about Ford part? Was it a Ford truck?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I hadn't even got there to see it yet. That's how far behind I am. It's and I'm not but a minute behind. What the heck?
Yeah, it's that chat's rolling.
It is.
Yeah.
Hello, celebrating farm life.
Yeah.
I'm reading what Dale's putting out. What's next, Dale?
Well,
Now everybody's just throwing letters in.
look, I deserve it. I do it to Amy. When you see that, what you do is just do this, and you just skip down there, and look, there's the bottom. Good job, Dale. You're doing an awesome job.
Oh wow.
So Trey, did you get anything on your event? On your hunt or whatever?
No, that's what I was telling them. I was over on Dakota and Shayla's live earlier, and it was the most. It was a horrible weekend. I mean, we did see a couple bucks chasing some does, but I'm telling you, it was horrible. It's been hot, windy, and I mean, we just didn't hardly see anything. And we was in a spot. There's big deer, lots and lots of deer. We went out last night for several hours with my thermal looking for a hog because they're just infested with hogs. We seen no hogs and seen one deer. So that's
I don't know. I think he's trying to spell KSU. It's a lot of other letters in there. I couldn't. When everybody was helping him, I got confused.
I thought I was keeping up, and then everybody else started throwing in letters, and I was gone.
You mean LSU? No, I think he means KSU.
First initial deal.
So is Ginger in here?
I haven't seen not for
I
nothing.
haven't seen her.
You haven't seen her.
I haven't seen her neither. And she could be in here and just may not have said something. I'm not sure.
She's waiting for you to catch up on the chat.
Hey, I'm there. I am there. Now look now, Chris.
Put the eggnog down.
Sean says the hogs run off the deer.
Oh, so what you were saying a while ago, Eric, is you said he had one sawmill left?
Yeah, when I got mine, he had the HM. I can't remember if it was the 126 or the 130, but he had it left, and I think it was for, I want to say 4,000 on it, but it's got a track extension, and I don't know if it had the tow board like mine does or not, but and like I said, I don't know if he sold it yet or not. So
on
you
those
weren't
ones,
calling and see if he still got one.
On those ones that are stationary, where you're just going to park it in one spot and maybe put it on some timbers there to keep it all up a little higher and stable. You can actually set a timber down in between the ones, and maybe it even work with one of the ones where your bunks are, and set a hydraulic bottle jack on that. You don't want to jack up a log that you don't have clamped a little bit, because there's a possibility to roll off on you. But you can use that for a tow board on if you need one, like if yours only has one end and you've got a log loaded that needs evened up from the other way. And that was what I did on the manual mill I had. Just set a bottle jack into there. Never even had to have a handle in it. You can crank it by hand and get it lifted up to where it would work.
Yeah, the one mine's got, it's got the tow board, and it's like basically just a really fancy scissor jack for a car, but it's got a wide board there, and it kind of slides back and forth in between the bunks there. And but
well, like I said, I'm looking. We want to build a like a tiny house back here. We have when me and Jessica first got married, we put a trailer house back here on our little spot. It's just a little 2-bedroom, 1 bath, and we kept the spot. We sold our trailer when we bought this place, because we bought it. It's part of my place here, and but I want to build a tiny house back there, and I just figure, for nothing else, I'm trying to get rid of all the pine trees back here because I have so many. I said, so what better way to do it than cut my own lumber for it? I think with the money I would save on lumber, I could pay for a sawmill, and then when I'm done, whatever's left, I mean, they'll buy that rough cut lumber around here like crazy.
I've got a recommendation. Don't make yourself build the whole thing all with rough cut lumber. Put OSB board on the sides to make it.
Yeah,
really good. The first house that I built, I thought I'm just going to cut every piece of it. And I had actually figured the cost of the framing lumber, and we built trusses and everything. And if I had bought the framing lumber for that first project, it would cost me more than the mill. But I was already involved in logging. And at that time, they had got to where they had no market for a lot of the logs I was selling. And they kind of went from about $400 for a good sized truckload of logs that I would haul to the mill to $100. And I decided I wouldn't do it for that. And I cut my own logs and built my own house. But that dadgum meal, from about the first time the day I got it home, I had a guy call me and say, "Would you be interested in cutting up some logs for me, a trailer floor?" And I paid for all my blades and fuel while I was building my house by cutting custom orders for other people.
Yeah.
And we did it all really green. A lot of people will say you got to let that stuff dry, and all of mine was hardwood. So that pine might be a little bit different, but some days we quit working on the house because we ran out of material and went and cut down trees so I could mill them up the next day, and by the next evening we'd have something more to put on the house.
Well, they say your thicker lumber, like your 2x4s, 2x6s and stuff, won't, of course, with hardwood too, again, like you said, different than pine, but they won't shrink quite as bad as your smaller stuff. So, because I figure we'd do all our framing with 2x4, 2x6 oak, and then I'm going to do board and batten for the siding, but I'm going to put OSB and then house wrap because that board and batten will shrink, and I don't want those gaps for the weather to get through there.
And putting that OSB underneath of that is a good barrier. You can get it to stop the wind, whereas with board and batten, or even if you machined your boards and put them together, they might shrink, and you'd have cracks underneath that house wrap. And house wrap won't turn air. It won't stop a draft.
No, but I figured do the OSB and then the house wrap, and then the board and batten will be just siding is all it's going to be. Yep, just for looks.
Yep.
I noticed that Joe Jacobson asked me a question. I just put in the chat. Just email me. My email's on my about page.
But
I did. I went and checked my mail the other day. I told y'all. And Bowen, I got your card, Bowen.
All right.
And I have me a Bowen old Thunder Stick Homestead sticker.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You need to bigify that and show us that sticker.
Hang on. Well, let me get I got tickled at him because he made a comment on inside what he wrote to me that it's not GSPs on the card. Let me see. So there we go.
Love it.
All right.
Here's the sticker.
Yeah. We got Bowen sent us a card too. Just we got it yesterday, I think.
And
I have ours.
I was looking at buying a house, so I'm texting him between you guys.
And then I hadn't seen Tim and Dana in here tonight, but I got one from Tim and Dana too. It come in, so that's the only two I had got. So just wanted to let them know I did get them.
Bowen is such a cool contributor to this deal. I really appreciate what he adds.
Completely.
Yep.
Because look what I got too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Looks familiar.
Yeah. That's right.
I just smiled. Thank you, Bowen.
Yep.
All right. I gotta get caught back up here because now I done stopped for a minute and I'll be behind for 30 minutes.
Yeah, you was talking about there not being any deer. I believe it was last night on our way home from church, in town in Quapaw, right before you get to the dollar store. There's a curve. We're going around that curve. I think Anita's talking to somebody on the phone who's trying to tell me a story while I'm driving. And there's a great big old doe standing right in the middle of the road, right in the middle of Highway 69.
Oh.
And I'm like, for real. My help spent a week sitting out under a tree. You usually are. And here you are all the way over at town by the dollar store.
Mm-hmm.
Only at the dollar store, y'all.
Yep. Yeah, dollar store's got everything.
Well, look,
Deer on the parking lot.
I seen more deer. I seen more deer last night. I left. I don't know. I guess I got home. I come home about 2:00. because I had to get up this morning. We had to leave. It was a 2-hour drive to the knee doctor this morning. We had to be there at 9:30. So instead of staying the night last night and getting up, coming in early this morning and try to get cleaned up and go, I just went ahead and come home last night and left my son and them. They stayed over there. But I think that was probably 10, 11 deer is all I seen coming out. And that sounds like a lot of deer, but I'm telling you, I drove, that is for me to get from where the camp was all the way back out to the truck was about an 8.5 mile trip. And that's all I seen. Normally in that little strip, you should see regularly 70, 80 deer. And it just, yeah, I don't know where the deer are. I guess they've dug holes and went in it.
Well, we've had some that have begun surfacing since gun season's kind of over, but we had a whale of a rain last night here. Eric, did you get any of that rain?
Yeah, and it rained for quite a while this morning too. Yet, so
really, we had quite a hard rain when that came through here, and we weren't really planning on it because we had lined up to receive 75 tons of organic fertilizer. I think you can call it that this morning. So about the time I got my chores done, the guy calls me. He says, I'm almost to the stop sign on your road. I'm like, okay. Well, they didn't have any trouble getting my tractor trailer load of it dumped out where I wanted, but where Scott wanted his 2 loads, they got started toward that spot and stopped. The other one got off the road and stopped. And he had to pull them, and they dumped 50 tons of that out right across the road from Scott's neighbor's house.
Is it organic chicken?
It's I ain't saying anything except it's organic fertilizer.
Well,
what is that fertilizer where they dump in the field that actually stinks so bad you're like, what the heck died?
I don't know if this is like what the heck died. I don't think it's as bad as what it is where they spread that septic lagoon stuff from the municipalities, but
that's what I think it is.
I don't know. I just kind of think it's a welcome to the country thing, and most people around us are really good natured about it. They realize we're trying to farm and do it without spreading a whole bunch of chemicals we don't need. And
that's a rough smell. If you get in the right place and the wind's just right, that can be a bad deal for you.
So Scott texted his neighbor and he says, that is not where I intended to put that at. And he says, oh, it'll be all right. How do you tell if people haven't, tell me he hasn't lived there all his life without telling me he hasn't lived there all his life? Hello? Did you mean to dump all that stuff right out here across the road in my driveway? It'll be all right. That was all he said,
That's right. I get what you're saying about if you don't like it, stay in town. But when they dump it, because there's fields within a mile all the way around us, I mean, and they do it at the same time, like, what the heck?
Yeah.
Time to stay in the house.
There is times when it'd be worse than others, and I kind of think the winter time might be the time to get it put on. Better chance of rain. People's not outside all the time doing stuff to where you'd notice it as bad. And, you can kind of plan maybe for wind, but we get wind out of the north and out of the south, alternating days. So,
right.
But yeah, welcome to the country. We have animals that have sex outdoors. They make funny noises and they smell awful from time to time. If you don't like it, don't buy the place next door, friend.
The only issue I'd ever really had was we had some neighbors out here off of 90 here, just before you get to I-49. They was spreading the lagoon stuff. Well, they was doing it during when it was raining real hard a couple years ago, and the trucks going in and out, all that mud.
Hey, Jen.
90 made that slick.
Yeah.
And after a few wrecks, Highway Patrol finally made them go out and stop spreading until they got all that cleaned up. And
I watch a guy on YouTube that's called Farming, Fixing, and Fabricating. His family have a big dairy, and he does their shop work and most of their farming, and has a crew of about 10 guys that he's over. and some of it's family still even, but they actually have to take a backhoe to the places where they're going in and out of fields, like when they're hauling liquid manure to fields on semi trucks, and any place that they might get some mud on the road. If they don't have a backhoe there or a machine there they can scrape the road with, when they do that, the highway patrol will catch them and shut them down.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, add one more time, you'll have to make a trip over there to move something, you know. But
Hey, Trey.
Yes, sir.
If you don't mind, I would like to just, if I don't enter, I'm not trying to take away, but I was just wanting to say somebody needs to think about what happened up there at that Christian school. Maybe, send some thoughts and prayers that way.
I guess I haven't even heard. I've been completely we've been completely off grid where we've been. So I haven't even heard what.
Yeah, I haven't either.
It happened today.
18-year-old girl shot. I don't know. I've seen between 3 and 4 kids, and a teacher are dead.
Oh, and the shooter.
The shooter. And she was 14 or 13 years old. 14 years old, I think.
Oh,
but
wow.
I was just thinking we could say maybe send thoughts and prayers to all those families, because it being the time that it is, and now everybody's,
Paul, you want to take over?
Sure, I'd love to. And now, where did you say that was at?
I think is it Wisconsin? No.
Yeah. Wisconsin.
Okay.
All right.
Let's pray. Heavenly Father, Lord, we lift up to you those that are in Wisconsin involved in this incident. Father, for the families of the ones that were killed, I just pray that you would deal them special measure of comfort at this time. Father, I pray that you would help them so that they would receive the answers that they need. And Lord, help them not to lose hope. And Father, for all the ones that are responding to this, I pray for their safety. And Father God, that you would just have your hand on that whole situation. We know, God, your word says that you're working all things to the good of those who love you. And so I pray, Lord, that you'll help us to see the good that comes out of these situations. And then days to come, there would be good news instead of sorrowful news and sad news. And Father, we just place them in your hands and in your care. We pray that you'd comfort them this time. And we love you, Lord. Thank you for Jesus. Thank you for sending him to be our Savior. And it's in his name we're praying today. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Trey.
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, I really hadn't. I mean, I come home this morning, I'm telling you, I have not looked at my phone. We went to the doctor. We didn't get out the doctor till about lunch. And then we went eat lunch. And then we got some more Christmas stuff. And then we had a 2-hour drive home. So, and then we got home and Jessica went straight to cooking. So to feed all these rugrats we got running around here.
Well, I do a lot of joking and horsing around, and I appreciate the fact that y'all put up with me. I know you only keep me around for comic relief anyway.
Wait, Paul, wait a minute. Bye.
No, I'm not leaving yet.
I'm just saying.
You're trying to get rid of me, Tony?
No, but I thought that was it.
No, he ain't been in here long enough.
You keep everybody on edge, Paul.
With that, it usually means you're blank, you're gone. So I wanted to say bye before you got to that point.
Trey, I'm sorry you hurt your knee, and I want to tell you, you'll be in my prayers, buddy. And,
hey, look, it is what it is. It's the knee, the injury it's just been knees through the years. The other night when my dumb tail fell out the deer stand trying to do something I really shouldn't have been doing. That was my fault. That was flat out stupidity. And I made the decision, a split-second decision, to either fall or to jump. And I chose to jump because that way I could land on what I wanted to land. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, Trey, how long has your knee been acting up?
Oh, my knee. Man, I'm gonna tell you, Tony, my knees, even when I was a kid, I've been a catcher in baseball, and I've been very, very, active in sports and stuff, since I was little. And my knees always give me problems. And my memo had both of her knees replaced. My mama has now had both of her knees replaced. My son, he has, his knee is hurts him. And we done had 2 or 3 MRIs on that one knee. He took a real bad lick in football a couple years ago, and but they can't find anything wrong with it. And mine, I could go out to the car and get my X-ray and show you the inside of my left knee. None of my, I have no cushion hardly between any of my knees, but the inside of my left knee has went bone to bone. So that's why the pain has went like it is now.
I've got arthritis bad, and and I had to have my left. I did my left one. It's been 3 years. October 11th, I think. What's today's date? It's been 3 years. And when they came back and installed a new knee, the doctor came out and told her, my wife Angie, that was a lot further along than what they thought it was. And my right knee right now is doing it. And they told me it'd be about 3 more years. You'll have to have your right one done. And having my left one done is the best thing I did. So
I had surgery on my right knee for a torn meniscus 2 years ago. And of course, when they do the meniscus, it does away with some of the padding, your cushioning in there.
Yep.
But it's fine. I mean, it's got a little pain in it, but it's not nothing bad. But that left one, they did the same surgery on it. October was a year ago, and it hadn't been right since. And the doctor kept telling me that I was just being impatient. So I finally just shut up, telling him, man, something ain't right in his knee since they got through with it. The doctor moved back to Georgia, where he come from, so he's not even here no more. And I just got a whole nother knee doctor, and the one that done one of Mama's and one of Mama's knee replacements. He's really good, and he would have done Mama's second knee replacement, but because my mama had to have a liver transplant about 3 years ago. Now she has to go for any type of surgeries like that. She has to go to the same place that done a liver transplant. I guess they can monitor and make sure she has no issues. So she had to go to Jacksonville, Florida to have it. Yeah, I guess it's been probably about 3 months ago, maybe 2 months ago.
I started taking turmeric and other things because of the knee problems I have, and it seems to be helping.
Well, some things it does that type stuff. It does when you have your cushion. I forgot what they called it, but when you don't have cushion, you're done. It's over. You're just bone to bone grinding away.
Yeah.
But I do know the lady that lives just south of me, she has got knee issues and elbow problems, and she's been taking that and some other herbal stuff, and it's working for her. And I mean, she keeps telling me to take it, and I get it, but there ain't nothing for cushion no more. I mean, I'm done.
Well, I told them, Tony, what they're going to do, and you probably heard me talking about it already, but there is a shot, and the way he talks, they've been doing it for several years, but if the insurance approves it, and depends on which insurance, they're going to go in. I'm assuming, because he didn't go into detail on that, and go right in around the joint area, and it's going to basically be like a gel that will form into some cushion. It's not a rooster. Mama got some what they call the rooster comb injections.
Yeah,
this isn't a rooster comb injections. I don't know. It's just some type of gel stuff.
When a knee goes bad, from what I've learned, the guy that's done my knee, he scoped both my knees twice. He's rebuilt my shoulder, meniscus, shredded my bicep muscle. I'm kind of friends with the guy, and he tells me that the shot that they give you, what I had was my joints are so bad that the fluid that's supposed to be in your knee for lubrication. Do you have a little egg, or is your back of your knee sore, tender?
Yep. My back of my knee hurts, and hello, Dale. And but it hurts. I hurt under the kneecap too. My kneecap, and then on the inside down there low where that is, that's my worst pain.
Well, what he's told me was the lubrication when your joint is worn out, the lubrication goes to the back of your knee. So, in that little pocket that goes back there is the fluid that's supposed to be lubricating your knee, which makes the front of your knee bad or hurt. So, like right now, my right knee is getting the pocket starting to.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're whatever knee it is you get a problem with, you probably need to have it replaced. But here's the deal. You need a plan when you have it. Like, I need to have my right knee done now. We're here in another, 8 months, whatever, we're going to cruise.
Yeah.
And you can't travel when you have a knee replacement or anything like that, because you can have blood clots.
Mom went and had hers in Jacksonville, Florida, at where they done her liver transplant, and I want to say they stayed there for 4 days or 5 days, and she flew back home with it.
Really?
Yep. Flew back home with
it. He denied me any kind of air flight travel at all.
I mean, look, Mama, I'm going to say within 2 weeks, at the most 3 weeks, I'm telling you, she barely even had a limp. I mean, she's been helping us work cows, and
that just goes to prove your mama's way tougher than Tony.
No, Dale. I used to like you, Dale.
I'm just saying. I mean,
no. Hey, no, mine. I would actually walk, and Angie would hear it clicking, and then she'd see me kind of stop, and my knee would fold back or backwards. And actually, we went to NASCAR one time, and my knee gave out. I fell over like a tree. It was time.
Is that what happened when you took out Gordon?
No.
Oh.
That's when I was pushing the tire thing up the hill.
Oh.
No.
I can't believe you took out my favorite racer, Tony.
Well, that was my wife's also, but she got over it.
At one point, I probably would have gave you $100 bill to do that right before the race.
I'd have done it for free.
He told me today that that I mean, there's no doubt that I got to have a knee replacement. But what he told me was, me being 45, he said he hates to do the knee replacement that young. And my deal was, I'm ready to get over it. That's why I had everything set up through work. I'm telling you, if he'd have turned me loose, said, "Yep, you need it today, you got it." I mean, it was ready. He could have cut me today and replaced it, and everything was already set up. I was ready to go. That's where I'm at with it. I'm tired of it hurting like it does.
I hear what you're saying. This is my thought. Okay, I don't know how old you are. You've got to be easily pushing 65.
Turn it around. He ain't in
that. Bye, Tony.
What I'm saying is,
Tony.
what I'm saying is, you're an active person. Okay, I don't know what your age is, but I'm just going to say you got to be pushing.
I'm 45.
45. Okay, so
the baby.
All right. They told me 20, 25 years on an active person on your knee. Okay. If you're suffering now and you can't function as well, to me would be, that's why I had mine done. It would have been, I was 59.
They only expected you to be around for 15 more years, huh?
Yeah, well, I do. Hey, my whole family, listen, my whole family, I'll get back to you in a second there, Trey. My whole family has died at 60 of cancer. No males have survived. I'm the only one right now.
Oh, wow.
I'm talking generations and generations. My brother is 2 years younger, has had cancer 3 times.
That's because you got
My
Angie in your life.
well, it could be.
Little red sunshine there.
I love it. And she does work for a radiation oncologist doctor. But, yeah. Trey, if it was me, I would get it done because at 60, do you really see yourself out there, 65 out there doing what you're doing now? Probably not.
Oh, I don't know now. Shoot, my daddy is 68. That is still, I mean,
he is.
Though, aren't you going to want to slow down, or you really want to push that hard?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, but I'm always going to be doing something. I'm not going to be just. I can't sit down. I just.
I'll say my dad's 70 and he's out working cattle and building and everything else. And
well, you're not functioning now. You're hurting. When you walk, you hurt.
And that's my deal. And that's why I told him. So what he's wanting, what he told me was, he wants to try these injections, and he hopes that they work. He said that people have had very good. He said they have had people that has had not.
Best look ever.
He said they've had people that it wouldn't work. It didn't work on, but he said they have a lot of people that it worked.
It didn't work. If it doesn't work, it's because your need's too far gone.
Yeah, exactly. And he told me, he said, if we do the shots, he said, we're not going to wait 6-7 shots down the road and say, okay, it ain't working. Let's do it. He said, once or twice, he said, if it's not giving you relief long enough, he said, it's fixing to be time to do it.
What they're trying to do is replace the fluid that's already in your knee. And if they inject it in there and it still hurts, that means your knee is passing the fluid back to the backside of your knee. Dan, I thought that was my brother for a minute. And my doctor told me one shot. If it doesn't work, you're done.
Yeah. Well, he told me, I think like Mama's first knee replacement that she got, which is now being, I don't know how many years ago, it was supposed to be, but around 15 to 20 years is what they were saying, they expected the knee to last. He told me today that it's 25 to 30 years on a knee replacement now.
Well, they go by how active that you are with your knees and stuff.
They better put me a grease alamite in mine when they put it in.
Hey, yeah. Trey. You need to look at Cherokee Girl's comment.
I'm trying to go through them here.
It'll make you think you don't have no problems.
So, Tony, Trey said that his dad is 68 and he's 45. And I know that you're close to his dad's age. So, are you related to Trey?
No. I don't sound like Trey.
Did you ever find it?
Well, I must have went over it.
She said she needed a hip replaced because she could only get 1 foot up behind her neck.
What?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, you don't need to see that because we don't need to see stuff like that picture you've got, Tony.
Tony's got his statue out there.
Over there.
No, don't you even. I'm
not doing it. Because I seen you putting something. You're gonna drink something though.
Yeah, it'll be all over the screen right before I come.
I know. Then you'll hit the button. You're gonna disappear. I already know. But Trey, I'm going to tell you right now, I would be doing it, and that's it, because so you can function.
Well, and that's where I was at. I mean, I want to. I just, like I said, it has done got to the point now.
Lori's son is
son
apparently
is
421
421 years old.
I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here because my right knee is cramping up right now and I need to get off of it.
Rebecca.
Okay.
Hey, Rebecca, look. Thank you.
I know.
Thank you for that.
I'm
You're
gonna try
welcome.
that segue one day.
Love you guys.
Yeah.
I love you, bro. See you later.
Bye, Rebecca.
Bye, Rebecca.
Thank
Hi,
you.
Rebecca.
Wow, Dale, you really moved up in the world. Dale's lifting me up now.
I didn't move up nowhere.
Yeah, you're way over there.
Thank you. Dale can probably breathe a sigh of relief now. Hey, I did. You'd be really proud of me tonight, Dale. When I was coming into this thing, I looked it over and I realized nobody knew who Essex Lop was, so I pushed it to be the other way, and now you can read it.
Yeah, I keep trying to switch mine around, and he keeps changing it the other way.
Yeah, my window was, well, he's got me jacked the wrong way now.
See, to me, this is the way you normally look, Tony, and now Dale is back. It must be something to do with the restream because the way Dale you look right now is opposite of what you normally look on the screen. That's the way you normally always look right there. Same as Tony. This is the way Tony always looks.
But see, I know you're seeing my right shoulder, but you're really I'm looking at the screen now. It shows the window to be on my left, right here. Well,
No, hold on.
This is the way I have to look.
Oh God, you scared the crap out of me.
Hold on.
Now you changed me around, and it's Essex Lop.
Oh. God, no, don't do that again.
Hey, you know what? I had to put on my glasses because you know what they call the one at the other end of this line right here? They call him a shopper.
Oh, that's far too close.
The bad thing is you can see Dale in the reflection of his glasses.
You can really read the chat in the reflection of my glasses. Lori,
Dale again.
Restream is some kind of backweirds. Or woods or something. I don't know.
It's weird, but
working.
Because what I always see.
Bye, Carol.
Bye, Carol.
Bye, Carol.
Hey.
That's my left shoulder. Hell, God.
With Restream and StreamYard, you have the option of swapping your cameras, but I think you just got to
People just don't do it on StreamYard. You know why?
Yeah.
You know why I've been wrong for all this time? Because up until about 6 months ago, I didn't even know that you could switch it.
How do I switch mine so it's supposed to be the right way?
Because that's the right way.
There we go. Oh,
but that's not
the right way.
No, it's not.
Oh, by God, that's my window right there on my right shoulder.
Yeah, but you're reaching for us.
That
You're
window,
reaching for your left.
that window forever, Tony, ever since I've ever seen you come live has been on the opposite side of the screen.
Right
Like it is right now.
Yep.
All right. I don't care. I'll live with it.
When I came on here early, and I think Eric and I might be the only ones that are doing it. I don't know if Chris is or not, but
okay. So Cherokee Girl, it's just like anytime you co-stream, whether it's Restream, StreamYard, Streamlabs, don't freaking matter. You're only going to see the chat of the channel that you're in. That's it.
That's
right.
There's only one way that you can see all the chat, and that's if Trey would click that little button at the top of the chat, and it would be up here on the screen.
Yeah, I mean, I can do that.
All of them.
Yeah, I mean, I can do
There
that.
we go.
well, I wasn't even going to talk about that. When I came in on that, though, to co-stream, it actually asked me to look at my image and tell if it was the way I wanted it, and that was where I flip-flopped mine.
Yeah.
There you go, Crystal.
I guess I need to re-look at mine.
Oh Lord, it's hard to be humble. In every way.
But yeah, I don't know. Is it showing up right on the chat right now? Is everybody?
Sorry, I would have held up my right arm, but I'm a slow reader.
And see, and I like to chat like this because then you can see it on the replay and keep up with what everybody's talking about.
Crystal, this is my right hand.
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 This is not my right hand.
Where's your hot dog?
Y'all got proof. This is my bad hand.
Yep.
But it still works.
Exactly.
That first time you did that, you had my eyes come out of head like, what? Yep.
The way what I'm doing for Cherokee Girl and them, what I'm doing is being that I've paid for this now, the restream. With this, I can I just see my text message. Anyway, I can have 3 channels that can co-stream. So I'm gonna try to pick every week the 3 channels, and sometimes some weeks it may be the same channels, and then some weeks I'm gonna pick a few other channels and try to share and help everybody get their watch hours, because that's why I said when everybody first jumped on, y'all go watch from like Mr. Paul is co-streaming, Eric is co-streaming, Rainy Ridge, and then I think Dale's got it tonight. And then
I didn't get in early because you have to come in before the live starts.
And like next week, if Chris wants to do a co-stream, if he wants
to have to teach me.
And I don't know if you can yet. That's why I did, because you don't quite have 50 subscribers. So I don't know.
You don't need it.
You don't have to have it to do the
co-streaming software. You don't have to have a single subscriber.
Okay, gotcha. So see, now I know.
I appreciate what you're saying, but don't count me in because I don't ever know when I can get in on here.
Yeah.
Well, and that's fine. I mean, I don't, I'll just do, just like I say, anybody that wants to, I will help. And we can do, like with StreamYard, you can do more channels with StreamYard. And the way StreamYard works is I can just pop it up on the screen and you can click on it and then basically co-stream. But with this, you have to do it before the live starts. So I have to share that link, and then you have to. Now I don't know what you have to do because I haven't done it yet to see. But Dale can tell you, or Eric, or
Mr. Paul. Was a lot of hoops to jump through the first time. It'd take you 10 minutes to get it done the first time, but when I came in here tonight, it didn't take about 2 minutes to go through all of it that you got to do, because my computer's smarter than I am. That really ain't saying much for my computer because I ain't all that smart. But
Trey, you had a question. You had a question from Celebrating Farm Life, or Mickey and Bill, on how you did the chat in the feed.
Go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, on Restream, there's just a button up here that's called Overlay. You click on it and it lays it. Now, the way Dale can tell you how he can do it, to where you can unpin it or something, and you can move it from the actual YouTube. But Dale, I've done it, but I don't remember the exact steps.
You
but
can
in
pop
Restream,
it out. So if you're a guest, you can go into YouTube, you can pop your chat out, bring it over here and lay it over the top of the chat in Restream, and then you have the active chat you can chat in while you're in Restream.
If you are a woodworker like I am that uses tools like hand tools, like axes and hatchets and wedges and chainsaws, he don't mean pop it out with one of those. That's got to be something different. After the third computer, I'm sure I was doing it wrong.
Yeah, and to let y'all know, us talking about some more of it. If y'all want to go help these other channels, anybody that goes in, if if you pick, if you want to watch from Eric and Tina, Rainy Ridge, they'll get credit for the watch hours from this. But I also get the credit from anybody that watches on there.
Yep.
So don't get on mine and think because it's my live that y'all have to be on here, because no matter if you watch it from Mr. Paul's, if you watch it from Eric and Tina's or whoever else is co-streaming, I will get the credit for it. But all
Tina's
this
on there
does
trying
is
to mess people up.
Oh, I'm seeing now Teeny's in there in Eric's chat, isn't she? Oh,
Hello, Sean.
Are you logged in under me or?
My
okay, I can get caught up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Paul, hold up for me. So, but anyway, so that's all I'm doing. I'm just doing that to help whoever else get the watch hours and help, because this live, I mean, Amy and them helping me doing the same thing. That helped me get my watch hours.
What in the world is a tectardation? Tardation. Tectardation. I don't know.
I'm trying to get down here. I've been talking, running my head, and seeing I go to getting behind in the chat.
I haven't even been looking hardly at the
Hey,
chat.
I'm telling you, when you finally caught up with chat, you were 30 minutes behind.
Oh, whatever. I was not. I was 1 minute behind, and somebody kept putting single digits. I mean, I don't know where he learned that from.
Yeah, well, we've had somebody telling us that their son was 421 years old, and I hope it wasn't from watching this video. If it was from watching this live that made him that old, forget the knee replacement. You ain't going to make it.
Yeah.
Hey, my mom has had both of her knees and one hip joint replaced, and
Tectardation on this.
I don't know what that is. You're tectarded? I hadn't heard of tectarded, but I am technically challenged.
Yep. Hey, listen, I follow a channel. We've become pretty good friends. He showed me something that he loves computer. He actually has a ball, like a silver ball inside a tube. And the computer, he's trying to teach the computer, it's like on a pivot, like a seesaw. He's trying to teach the computer to keep the ball in the center. And you showed me a video to this. And I said, you got to be kidding me. How are you doing that? He's been an engineer forever. And he's just working on this stuff. And it was crazy to watch some of the stuff he's doing. It's nuts. And this is all on his own. He's retired, messing with this on his own.
We maybe should name our next one "Tectards Are Us."
I don't use that word. So,
what was the other one that I've used? I can't remember what it was, but it was something along that line, except it wasn't quite so.
Oh, Pecan Homestead trying to join it.
Nerd neck.
Yeah.
nerd neck. That's Derek Fowler. That's what he calls himself, a nerd neck.
Nerd neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's because you ever want to get Derek started on something, get him started on like Harry Potter. He knows it inside and out.
Really?
I already had enough things polluting my brain when that came along. I didn't need something new.
Yeah.
Real quick, the Celebrating Farm Life commented earlier. Stray had it up there for a second. They did their first live, and they was asking about they did it on StreamYard on the free version that you couldn't see the chat after the stream. No, normally I think there was a way you could show the
So
chat.
you need
after
to go,
it went
if
live,
you schedule, I was going to say, if you schedule a live stream using either StreamYard, Restream, you need to go in, schedule it ahead of time, go into your studio before you're live. You'll see your live stream. Click on it, go to customization, and make sure that live chat replay is clicked. While you're in there, also scroll down and go to subscriber mode. Click on subscriber mode and set it for a few minutes, up to like 5 minutes. That way you keep the riffraff out, all the couch potato, couch setting, basement loving, Mom, make me the meatloaf. I'm never going to get a real job. It's everyone else's fault. Troll-headed Nimrods out there. You keep all that riffraff out of there.
Yeah.
Or if they want to come in, they're going to at least have to subscribe to your channel. Then when you go live, when you shut down your live, the live chat will show up. Now, I will tell you, with StreamYard, it takes 24 hours before that live chat will come on. It's just, that's built into it.
Bowen is a Harry Potter. He loves Harry Potter. Yeah. You're getting deep with it there, Bowen.
So, Dale, how on this platform, or what do you do like you did earlier where you didn't go off, but your icon came up?
So you go into settings and go to your video settings, and you can select
on
your
YouTube
audio avatar. But if you have it linked to your channel, it should automatically bring up whatever your channel, your chat icon is. Like you can see everybody there on the screen.
Right.
You know, you can see that icon on there. I didn't have to do anything. It just automatically.
See, mine didn't.
See, mine didn't either.
So you do it under YouTube or?
Yep. So you go to video and then our settings, excuse me.
Okay.
And then you change it in there. You'll have to go in when you set up your channel.
I'm not pushing nothing. It's all disappear from the screen.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll be right back, guys, since I hadn't figured it out yet. So I'm sorry. I'm a slow learner.
Yeah.
Hey.
All right, Paul, what are you doing?
I had done mine. Now, like I said, I have to go back and redo it. Not what's showing up. And it's been certain things I do when it shows up. I don't know what I've done. I don't know. I'm a tech tard, so I.
Oh, I'm telling you the wrong place, guys. Over on the left-hand side of the screen where you see your picture, over there it says you're in the show. See the 3 dots at the top? Click on the 3 dots and it says change avatar.
Okay. Then what?
And hit the plus button. And then you find
I don't
one.
know.
Then you can go find one.
Got it. Okay, let's see here.
I don't know. It don't show much.
We got to hit the plus button, and then you got to go find it on your computer, wherever you have your icon saved, your logo,
or whatever you want to see. Watch it. Whoop, this is what I've done. So now, mine.
There you go. You got it, Trey.
Yep.
I'm all about helping anybody. I will help you. You reach out to me. You send me an email. I will help you. You ask questions here. I'm going to help you. The one thing that I am not for, if you guys did not gather it earlier, is if someone makes you a moderator on their channel, don't go in there and not do anything other than self-promote yourself. That has got to be the most selfish, horrible thing I've ever seen in my life.
I'll be back in a minute.
Your moderating job.
Heard this, man.
Nothing but promote your own channel. You know.
We had one done.
What?
I'll be back in a minute, Dale. But I've already heard this rant.
Hey, Dale. Okay, I picked what I want, and I've already applied it, and it says done. So if I wanted to do what you're talking about, then what do I do?
Click on the camera icon at the bottom of the screen.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Hey, look there.
Cool.
Now, if you want to mute,
better there.
Now, if you want to mute yourself, Tony, you click on the microphone. and that mutes you.
Heck, I look better right there. I think I'll stay here at this mode.
No.
See, mine was Paul Case Farms, but I put Dale as my hero, and I'm dim now. That's too funny.
What? No, it was Zim, wasn't it? What was that cartoon? Commander Zim, the alien, the little dude. He was sent here to take over Earth, and he always failed. And the little dog, his little alien robot dog, always made fun of him because he was always failing at it. That's
Now Bowen's over here talking like me.
Invader Zim. That's what it was called, Invader Zim.
Some people.
So somebody's got to sign me up to YouTube 101 class.
You know, if you get ready, I'm not as sharp as old Dale down here,
Hey.
but
Yeah, but Dale's he blocks all my phone calls.
I do not. You've never tried to call me.
Give me your
Really?
phone
I've called that number BR549 that you posted. And
Did you put in the
That was
extension?
me. I was the BR549. You're trying to call the wrong dude.
Mine is 8675309.
yeah, I only get Jenny.
You are not 8675309. That was a girl the guy wanted to date. You're not. I'm pretty sure you're not. That's anyway.
Hey, just thinking about all this, everybody say hi to Amy because you know she's laying in bed.
look, she's like Beetlejuice. It's Amy.
Hi, Amy. We love you.
Hey, me.
Give me just a second. Give me just a second. Amy.
Amy, what you
He's
want
there.
to
There you
If she's not, Krista said, hey, they just said something by you. You need to say hi.
go. Haven't seen Sup either tonight.
I love it.
Well,
I love it. Eric won't even make his own wife a moderator of their channel.
Heck no. Should I take it over?
well, Dave, you
Okay,
know there's no
Jake,
danger
I
here.
don't mean to throw rocks here, but I'm just going to say this. I wouldn't take a class from Jason Crocker if you plan on wanting to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, I'm not.
Say it.
I won't say no more.
Hey, Dale, you don't
God.
have nothing to worry about, brother, of me going into somebody's channel and being a moderator and promoting myself. I can't even do that on my own channel.
Exactly.
Me neither.
Heck, he had to show me how to do the avatar or avatar thing, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Hey, I've got an excuse. I'm dim.
Dim.
I should come up with other words to go behind that where it would say dim wit.
Dim.
Oh. Yeah.
So just to clarify, Dale, I do that under YouTube. I go to the settings in there, correct?
You're
Yes.
not even watching under.
You mean the customization and
I don't know.
the subscriber only mode and stuff like that?
Well, when everybody's clicking off and it just shows their logo.
No, you do it right here.
If
Okay,
you've got a picture, if you have a picture, Chris, that's saved in your phone or
Right.
in your computer,
Of
you
your
click on
icon.
it. Yeah, of your icon, or it could be anything. It could be a picture of your dog, or whatever you want to put on there. You can put
But-
on there.
Are you on the computer right now, Chris?
Yes, sir.
On the left-hand side of your screen, you see a picture of just you and it says you're in the show.
Yes, sir.
At the top corner of that, there's 3 little dots. Click on those 3 little dots.
Okay.
See where it says change avatar?
Ah.
Click on that and then hit the plus button and put whatever picture in there you want to put in there.
Oh boy, I could think of several. But I'll be nice.
Or Bowen.
Bowen, who's this Katina person? I think she forgets that her name's in there like that.
Eric, did you say she wasn't even watching on y'all's channel?
I clicked on Paul's live. I was looked through there. I was on the wrong one. I'm sitting here griping at her, and I'm in the wrong
Paul
channel.
appreciates that.
Now, once you select that picture now down at the bottom of the screen, once you get that chose, Chris, then at the bottom of the screen where you see the white button that's a camera, click on it and turn off your camera, and that'll come up. There you go.
There you go. Hey, good night, Bowen.
But we're not going to tell you how to get back.
Night, Bowen.
Night, Bowen.
Good night, Bowen.
Wait a minute. What happened to Dim? Oh, he's back.
No, I'm not dim anymore. Better look it up.
I can see it.
Well, Bowen ain't going nowhere. He's just telling us he's going somewhere.
He's like Amy. He'll be hitting back there inside. And Amy does hear it, guaranteed. She ain't sleeping at 10:30 away.
Look at what Nano got in the exchange at the school today with the kids and everybody, all the staff.
Don't show
Very
Amy
nice.
because she'll be grabbing through the computer to grab
Do
them
you think
things.
she's going to have any of these left? Because she already went to bed.
No.
Obviously, there's no cosmic brownies in your house.
None.
Hey, did you look at that?
I want to go to that park.
I don't know
Tim
where
and
that's
Dana
at.
Mason went to that park, and Dana was telling me all about it. She said, I went to Miss Deborah Park, Dale. Mr. Dale, I went to Miss Deborah Park. You guys need to go. I said, Miss Deborah Park? Well, when you send me that picture, I'm like, oh, I got to go to that.
Yeah.
They got a cosmic brownie there that's the size of a VW bug.
What?
The reason I ran across it was because of the Christmas tree. I'm like, whoa.
Oh, that's my lovely wife.
They made a Christmas tree.
I was trying to see what Lori means. Trey William ?
Yeah, you need to get that comment off from there. Yeah, Trey.
Are they winning today?
Okay, so Mickey, right? It's Mickey at Celebrating Farm Life. I'm trying to remember. Mickey and
Yep.
Bill, hold on.
Yeah, Nikki Bill.
Bruce and Mickey, right?
It is. No, it's Bill.
Anyway, doesn't matter.
Bill,
yeah.
I'm just gonna go with it. Paul, no.
Oh.
Anyway,
Change it
your
during.
question, Celebrating Farm Life. Bill. Yeah, it's Bill. Bill and Mickey. Okay.
Yep.
To answer Mikey.
Yep.
All right, Bill and Mikey. So, like I said, if you use StreamYard, if you're going and looking right now at the live chat, it's not going to be there, honey, fella. It ain't going to be there. It takes 24 hours for it to come in. So,
Mikey.
you'll have to wait till tomorrow. Then it'll be there.
There
And
we
it
go.
won't happen all at one time. It happens as the live goes. Like as these comments are coming in, that's how it's going to show up. You can't go look at it all at one time.
What Viking show is Angie watching?
Footballs. Her footballs on.
You wasn't watching
that foosball.
Oh my goodness!
Foosballs of the devil.
I thought you were watching something worth watching.
She's not listening because she hasn't commented.
Angie. She's
You must have
commenting in
the
there now. Tony, see, that's what you know.
where?
She said hi to Lori. She said hi to
Well,
me.
Yeah,
hi to Beth.
that's a while ago. That's not now.
No.
I asked her a little while ago who's winning, and she hadn't responded yet.
No, it literally just happened. Look up on the screen. It's on the screen right now. That's happening right now.
Is there a way you can see time? Time? Oh, hey, there you go.
Tony is the chick of the family.
He just now seen it.
Oh, Vikings won. Okay.
I've been adopted. I'm dropping my old name to the middle.
Okay, I gotta make it full screen in order to even see it.
What you trying to see?
That's funny.
Night, Joe. Thanks for being here.
No story, huh? Yeah, I feel cheated. Not giving me any story.
Vikings won. Who's the Vikings? Are you talking about the Vikings? Where'd they go? Where'd they attack? I thought they went extinct like years ago.
Minnesota Vikings football.
Hey, I was watching some news earlier, and I heard that there was going to be a shortage of coal this year. So all the people who would normally get coal are just going to get Dallas Cowboys memorabilia.
This went out.
Hey, don't be sorry about asking questions.
Yep.
Oh, we just got Paul.
We just got Paul. Don't you ever apologize for asking questions.
Yeah. Ain't nothing else. I've learned everything.
Learn.
I knew that was coming soon.
I did too.
Oh well. So where we stand, Tony, on a ride? Well, we got you found you anything yet? You've been looking.
On the car?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yes and no. I've got so many things I've got to do. But yes, I have looked a couple times. Actually, Dale sent me a couple things I was looking at. But
hey, I sent
to me.
Do you want a car or a truck?
I would. To me, I love the trucks. I really do. But to me, it would be a car. I want to keep it a full body, full metal, kind of like how Johnny's done his. A truck's really hard. At least you go big tire, and you got to change the frame to hook up because of the body. But to me, I always thought it would be like a Torino, anything in that area, just depending. But I have not been searching because I got so many things to do right now before I can put money into it. Now, if I find somebody that said, hey, a couple $100, I'm jumping on it.
Yeah.
Night, Paul.
Hey, Dale, and I don't use Facebook, so that's why I don't find that stuff. I'm able to see what you pull up, but I don't get on it.
You mean you don't want to go rail?
No.
What's wrong with rails? I did one in Baytown.
It could be, but I just don't want to. Hey, guys. Wait a minute, Jan, you're going to bed already? No.
Jen needs to jump in.
There's no way she's going to bed right now.
Anywho,
Jan, you need to stay up.
Anywho, yeah.
All right, Jan. Good night. Love you.
There you go, Tony. Check your message.
I get tickled at my youngest daughter because she says that. And I think about Jan every time she says it. Anywho.
At least that's better than whatnot.
Oh, I say that too.
Yeah.
Of course, the other thing I started saying because it drives Tina nuts is stand by when I'm cutting scenes and videos. She's like, stop that.
Stand by.
Yeah, but now I can edit it out.
Oh.
Dale, you heard me say a couple $100, didn't you?
Yeah, but that one's running ready to go.
It kind of is. I hear you.
And you just said the magic word, and that triggered me on it.
Yeah, I know.
My son.
I want a big block, not the 302 for that small chassis.
Yeah,
but it does look good.
Straight as a string. Do you guys watch? Derek VGG?
19.
No.
19. You guys watch Derek at Vice Grip Garage?
Look, Troy. Tony might get in trouble if he goes looking for a 68-year-old cougar. I mean,
Tony may not like that. No 68 looking cougar. Hey, I have enough problem keeping the one I got. I don't need another cougar.
You got that vice versa, don't you?
Yeah, well, could be. I just spent my allowance this past weekend on an auction.
Yeah, on an upright freezer, so all your meat can end up on your toes.
No, I have never. I heard you say that. I'm looking at her like that never happened to us. I've got it in the garage, transferred over right now. Yeah, it's nice.
Must have all perfectly flat packaged meat.
That was your left hand, right, Dale?
Yep.
I love you too, dear. You're so loving to me.
So, Tony, if you get another car, if you get this car, is it going to have in big letters Angie on it? Because
hell no.
What?
No. Nope. She's giving me crap now. It's going to be something different.
I tried, Angie. I'm sorry.
Actually, seeing that word that Lori just put out, it'd be patriots.
What?
Or patriot.
So you put.
I love the country big time. It would be something.
Patriot, I'd be okay with. Patriots. So you're going to call it the Cheaters?
No.
It's like calling it the Sooners.
Dale,
the Patriot. I'm okay with that.
Here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna go as a NASCAR thing. If you're not cheating, you're not winning, and I don't care what sport you're in.
It's called working in the gray area of the rule book.
There you go. But it would be, because I'm very supportive of our country, I would probably make it, I don't know, something like that. It'd be named Patriot. I don't know what it'd be, but it'd be something like that.
That's what? Freedom.
Freedom. You know what? Freedom would be a good one, too.
Are you going to put a American flag on the roof?
I don't know. You know, you guys are talking like I'm doing it next week.
He ain't even got it.
Any ideas?
I ain't got it. You know what? The ideas are there, but I mean, heck, look, I've already got a nice, very rare convertible in the garage. I haven't even restored yet. I started on and I quit. I need to finish up.
Why don't you just make it? Put a roll cage
on
it?
No. This car is too rare for this.
What is it?
It's a 73 Q code convertible Cobra Mustang. Only less than 140 or 160 made.
Well, there you go, Tony. You can sell that one for a lot of money, and you can get you a fully decked out race car.
Well, here you go. Here's the deal. I already thought I was going to sell it one time for someone else to restore. In between my wife and my kids, I thought I was already dead. They don't want that car leaving the family. They know the value of the car. I mean, and I understand it.
So my son,
right. The only thing I can afford is a Pinto.
Hey,
yeah, well,
you find the right Pinto, you found a fast car.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've seen some of them tubbed out and V8'd, and they're bad fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it don't weigh but like 42 pounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the big things, you can't control them when you got that kind of power that's under them, and you got to go big tire, and it's hard to control that type thing. That's why, I mean, and I really like how Johnny's got his set up, the chassis, the size of the body, the horsepower. It works on that vehicle, and that's what I would want. If you got to go with full frame rails and everything else, I don't want that.
Yeah.
The ultimate race between Johnny and Tony.
It's been, yeah, it was brought up before, something about that. Yeah. Tony's talking smoky racing. Yeah. I think Johnny, well, I won't go into his, but anyway, yeah, I like Johnny's engine, the way everything he's got set up. He's done it right, but he's had 8 years to get that thing the way he wants it. So,
yeah.
Well, Dale, I gave you my phone number, so you at least had that in that email that I sent you.
And hold on.
Oh wait, was that an Amy? Where's Amy?
No,
Oh,
Amy has been quiet.
Not Boone.
I guarantee she's biting her fingers trying to not text.
Well, she said earlier that she was going to put her phone on charge.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, get a Pinto. You can name it Bean.
Yeah.
Pinto Bean. Hey, that's all right, Amy. I'm gonna have to put my phone on charge tomorrow night.
Kind of what I was thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Dale, I already know what you're up to. Don't
what?
You're looking up stuff for me. I already know.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
All kind of stuff.
I got somebody to call me out, so I'm going to prove a point.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I think he did. I think he did.
Now you got mine.
Oh.
That's what we were talking about right there. That's what I said. That's what Tony needs right there.
What are you talking about? I don't see nothing.
You just left out, Tony. We're sorry.
Thanks,
So
guys.
I think I need to send it to Angie. If I send it to Angie, it would probably happen.
I don't know what you're doing. I don't see nothing on screen nowhere or my phone.
No, I sent it to you already, Tony.
Oh, the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. She says, yeah, make my day. Click, click. She knows there's a couple things we want to do first. But yeah, no, it'd be something I would, if I can find something, I'd be probably jumping on some way or another. I've actually been looking at stuff to the west.
If you could find something that's already got the suspension and stuff under it, man, that would sure help the situation.
Man, I found one today that had already been one, had 4-link ladder bar, had the narrowed, big tired rear end, cage, everything. And it was a Mustang. But they wanted like 6,500 just a roller. No engine, no trans, no. I mean,
right.
I mean, it would still need a ton, you know.
Yeah.
But
see what I've got in a garage. Mine is it's a convertible, so it take a lot of chassis and it's too valuable to dig into that.
I see that comment there Bill and them made. Look, I went on one day And YouTube, I'm assuming, had unsubscribed me from my own channel. I have my personal channel and I was subscribed to my channel. And I went in one day, I'm like, wait, what? I said, I guess they went in and unsubscribed me. I catch that all the time. I know we've talked about it before. A lot of people, they go in or somehow you get unsubscribed from people.
Yeah, every now and again you need to go back through and check. Cause I've had that happen to me as well, and other channels that I've followed for years, and all of a sudden it's like, why am I not seeing anything? And I realized I've been unsubscribed from them.
Yep.
You see, Angie, there, the second comment down.
Yeah, I see you. I see you.
I will never buy a Chick-fil-A.
Wait a minute. I thought she had like the world's greatest mountaineer. Why does she need a car?
I don't have a clue.
And then she wants
She
a
brags about
Camaro. I thought
she brags about somebody, her beating people all the time when she drives it. Why would she want something different? I don't have a clue.
First of all, I thought you were a Ford family. Why is she wanting a 69 Camaro?
No. She's a Chevrolet person.
She's like 10. She's one of them weirdos.
Yeah. When I first met Angie, I've already told the story. I first met her. She drove a Chevrolet. At my other house I used to have in another town, when we were dating, I told her Chevrolets are not allowed in my yard. That's just the rule. I had a real long driveway up on the road. Well, one day I heard a knock at my door, and I looked at the driveway, didn't see nobody, and then she's sitting at the door. I said, "Where's your car?" She goes, "Well, you told me Chevrolet's not allowed in your yard," so she parked way up the road. But I'm not going to knock. She had a Blazer. It had damn near 400,000 miles on it. Drivetrain in the engine. Now the engine, we had to reseal the intake a couple times. We got it right finally. It was almost 400,000, babe, and I'm bragging about it. But and then she hit some ice and she rolled it, and she was not speeding. It was super slow, and it destroyed her truck.
No,
well.
We had just put all new brakes, all new tires, new rotors, brakes, tires, emergency brake cables. I think some belts. We went through the whole thing to last another 100,000 miles, and then this ice storm happened, and
we had Lisa has had 5 Ford Tauruses since we've got together. We used to have to drive to Colorado every month, and we drove every one of them 450,000+ miles, 450,000 and plus, and would get rid of them and sell them to other people. And you would still see those things driving all over, after we would get rid of them. My Ford trucks have always treated me good till that last one, that 09, and it treated me fine. I bought it when it had 80,000 miles on it, and when I got rid of it, it had almost 230,000 or 40,000 when that cam gear slipped, and that was totally my fault because I used not Motorcraft parts. I used cheap parts in it on the cam phasers, and that phaser slipped, and that's what caused that to happen.
Right.
But this 14 with that 5.0, oh man. If I'd have known, I'd love this new high output 5.0 as much as I do.
That 5.0 is a really good motor.
Mm-hmm.
Good mileage, lots of power,
I wish, I'm going to tell you, I am a Ford man all the way, but that's the reason that we have a Chevy Tahoe is because Ford quit putting a V8 in the Expeditions. I do not want one of those V6.
When did they stop doing that?
It's been a couple years ago. You can't.
Yeah,
you can't
my son has a.
If it was, we could not find one.
A 21 right now that has the
in an Expedition. In the Expedition.
Expedition. He's a big family. My son.
We couldn't even look one up. That's why we did the Chevrolet. I wanted a V8. I did not want a V6 with twin turbos.
I've seen people. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the V6 is pretty cool. I like that. But the 5.0. In fact, my youngest son just bought a 17.50 F-150 4-wheel drive, and this thing's nice. We just seen it this weekend.
Yeah.
But I see something about Chevrolet cars and all that. I'll tell you something really quick. My son works for the largest used car dealer in Oklahoma. Okay.
Yeah.
He is the heavy line technician. He is the guy that he has in his stall where he works, his portion of a building, 1, 2, 3, 4 lifts, 3 dry stalls. And at one point I could walk in there at any time, surprise, and I would see nothing but Chevrolets up in the air, engines apart, everything about it. And I would always get, because it's made of aluminum, I would get all the engine scraps from him because he used to scrap metal. And I actually bought a tool to remove the liners out of all the engines. In my mini stores I used to own, I had over 84 4-cylinder and 6-cylinder engines with the sleeves I would pull out and scrap for pure aluminum. They buy vehicles to sell. Now, these days, I'm going to go back now, past year and a half, 2 years, Ford, Chevrolet, and Dodge all have their issues. But I'll go 3 years ago, you wouldn't catch me even sniffing a Chevrolet or a Chevrolet ever. Now, my wife would want to buy one, and I told her that's fine. You take it to the dealer because I want nothing to do with it sitting around waiting for them to fix it. But I see it. What I'm talking about.
My oldest son, his grandpa on his mom's side, he was a Chevy tech. It had been for years, and so Kel didn't live with me until he was like 14, 15. So by that time, that Chevy had been instilled in him from that side of the family. So he was an all Chevy guy.
Right.
He's like, well, he took a new job with the water district, and he's been having to service their, they've got like 5 half-ton Chevy pickups that they travel, it's a rural water district, so they have to drive all the time, checking meter, checking lift pumps, looking for leaks, stuff like that. He's been having to work on these half tons, for him. He doesn't have to, but when he took the job, he told him, he's like, if you pay me X amount, I'll do the service on trucks for you and stuff. So the other day, they had a 2018 half ton, needed brakes put on it. Kale's like, brake job, that's simple. Like, I'll do that for you. He's like, so he drove it to his house, to his shop at his house. We'll put brakes on this stupid thing. Do you know the new Chevy? You have to hook a computer up to it and reprogram it if you put new brakes on it.
Exactly.
The truck won't even move.
Yeah.
You cannot do it as a person unless you own a scanner.
I've put brakes on ours. Our Tahoe is a 2018. I have put brakes on it with no problem.
This is a Silverado with 4-wheel drive and everything, and it would not move from the driveway.
Jessica had I think it was a Grand Prix, and this is like 90. God, what was that thing? A 98, and you couldn't change the back brakes on it without a special tool to take the caliper loose on it.
Right.
Well, I'm telling you, it's these things. The transmission went out of the one he drove, and it only has like 90,000 miles on it, and it's changing his attitude on him real fast. Like, he's got an 08 2500, extended cab 4-wheel drive that he personally drives, which is a good truck. Like, it's the HD good truck, but he's done with these new ones. Done. He said,
I won't
never own anything over like 2015 ever.
Our Tahoe, with the exception of when we first got it, we had some issues, and I even tried. This got the swapping 4 to 8 cylinders, which I hate that. It went in the shop. It got the oil pump. The oil pump was going out on it. It got that cam, whatever the deal is, it swaps in between the cylinders. I can't remember the name of it, cam something. But anyway, they had to go in and replace all that. And I asked that guy, I said, man, because I had heard they had problems with it. I said, don't y'all have problems with this? He said, yeah. This was the mechanic at the Chevrolet place. I said, well, what if I just pay for it to just program it out and be done with it, where it stays V8 all the time?
Yep.
Yeah. And he says, oh, it'll void your warranty. I said, whoa, wait. You mean, so y'all know you have a problem, and I'm offering to just pay myself, delete it out and do away with it. But if I do that, it's going to void my warranty. He said, yep. I said, well, that makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Well, I can tell you this, the minute it comes out of warranty, that's what I'd do. I'd delete that off of it.
Yeah.
Because if I had another 5.4 or 4.6 low mileage Ford, that's the first thing I'd do is get the kit to delete the cam phasers and the VVT, the variable valve timing. And then you've got a real engine. You'll never have to touch it again. Now, the only problem with that is you either got low end torque or you got high end torque. You know, so you got to decide, is it going to be a pulling? Do you want it to pull or do you want it to get good mileage?
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Crystal, the Jeep that Dad had was a CJ5, not a CJ7. And we pulled the old junky Jeep motor out of it, and we put a 332 stroker in it. So first time we pulled up
the other day, I think it's called Neo Mustang, but he took and went and got 351, the 5.8 that was like in the late 90s, early 2000 rollers from like F-250s and Explorers. He took it, and then he got a 385 crank from Summit. He took the cast pistons from the 302 or the 50 from the Mustangs and aluminum Summit heads and put on this thing 600 horsepower.
Yeah. See, hey, Tony, I looked that up because I knew that's what I looked up. Can you buy, and since like 2017, you have not been able to buy an Expedition with a V8.
He has a 5 liter in it. He was just showing me a couple days ago.
Yeah, that's why I just looked it up because I knew we couldn't find one. Crystal, that's what Crystal, my brother-in-law, that's what they was wanting. They ended up buying one with the V6.
What's in the new Bronco?
The V6, that twin turbo. You cannot get it. They don't make it.
V8. V6 or 4-cylinder?
They have both ways.
I think both. You can you can buy it both ways. Yeah.
The 4-cylinder has an issue of I think the top of the cylinder, you got the head and the head gasket. The top of the block is actually cracking, I believe.
Oh.
Coolant crack. Yes. Actually, it's not cracking. It's really weird. I mean, I've seen a couple of them. They are, it's like the pressure is cutting the block. If you resurface the block and get a thinner head gasket, you can go with it again. It's really weird. And I was like,
basically it's blowing the head gasket, and the compression is cutting the block.
Well, I would say that it's really weird because when you look at the head gasket, you don't see nothing wrong with the head gasket. It's the block failure on every one of them. And I have seen probably 6.
Yeah, that's what's crazy.
Well, I'm telling you, Crystal, everybody I know that has got one of the new Broncos absolutely love them.
Yeah.
Crystal, did you test drive the Bronco Sport or the regular Bronco? Because
the Bronco, Mama's got a Bronco Sport. It ain't all that.
Yeah, they're a little bitty.
So hers is the 2-door version?
No, it's a 4-door. It's just the one that was basically nothing but what was an Escape. They basically put a new body on it, renamed it. But
I don't know. Broncos that I see that everybody likes are what are they called? Wildcats or?
Yeah. See, like the big one, my buddy's got one and he wants to get rid of it, but he said he's got too much money in it. It's a 2-door one. It's not the 4-door. It's the 2-door, but it's the full size new Bronco. And he got some money in it, and he bought him one and his wife one. And he is basically stays under the carport. He never drives it. He went and bought him a 2024 F-150. But his wife drives hers every day. But hers is a 2-door too. I said, why in the world would y'all buy 2-doors? Well, that's what we thought we wanted.
Everybody that I talk to that has one,
my buddy that I work with, his wife's got one. They love it. I guess, but I don't.
There's some upgrades. Like if you're rough with them, like if you're out doing some rough stuff with them, there's some upgrades you can do that will make it a whole lot better on you. Like you can get some tie rod stuff and replace the tie rods and replace all that.
I think some of his is more. I think the size of it. He don't like driving it. He's never had anything like that. He's always drove a truck because his wife loves hers. They've got matching, except it's just different colors. They bought the same identical Broncos, except one of them is white and I think one of them is a gray, I think, or black. His is black, and his wife's is white.
Well, and I think too, everybody had their minds when Ford brought the Bronco back. They was expecting it to be based off the F-150 frame, like it was for years and years, where the original ones wasn't. They was meant to be with the
biggest thing I think that I got a buddy that, as a matter of fact, he bought one. He pre-ordered one, and the biggest letdown to him was that Ford didn't put the V6s in them. He's like, why not? Because the Bronco is the smaller. It's not the one you're talking about is the bigger Bronco that was on the F-150 frame. But the one like the new Broncos, the one everybody was like raving over, that's the one that was off of the smaller framed.
The late 60s, early 70s.
The one that right now that
OG Bronco.
Yeah, the one that's like you can buy for like $80,000 now.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen? Okay, you got the Ford Bronco. A company has gone and he buys the Ford Bronco. He takes the Bronco frame, he takes out the motor and drivetrain, installs a 5-liter, and he has his own. They don't know where he's getting the sheet metal, but Ford's actually suing him right now because he's using, and I can't remember, it's like the emblem is like Ford with it's like Bronco with a lightning bolt through it or something, but he's re-sheet metal in these vehicles, and it's the 5-liter. Everything about it, and he's been putting them out for like over a year, and I think the price is like $160,000, $180,000.
Is that the place in California, Tony?
I don't know, and I just seen it very briefly. I didn't look at it, and I really thought the guy was from Arizona or something. But
maybe it is. I was just thinking California.
I think that's a company that there's a channel called like Light Bright or something. It's one of them rock crawling channels, and they were really into Jeeps. And they got one of the new Broncos and took to this guy. And he did like what you're saying, all this to him. And it looks just like the OG, the early 70 Bronco.
The outside is like OG, and the inside, the motor, everything. Those things, and it's like ridiculous. That buddy of mine I work with, he wants him and his wife. They went round and round because that's what he wanted.
They took this thing and they took it like Moab and stuff like that, where they had their rock crawling Jeeps, and it just like put them to shame. Like it's stupid, but they kind of alluded to the fact it was like a $200,000 rock crawler. I want to know who has that much money to blow on something that you may roll at any second, or just cave the whole side of it in. Yeah, Tony, because the sugar mama provides the money. Is that who it is?
Wait, what's that? Did she say something again?
No, we're saying that you have one of those on order, one of those $200,000 rock crawling Broncos.
I wouldn't do that. It'd be sitting in the front yard in an old vehicle. I ain't buying nothing new.
Heck, they're not worth it because by the time you drive them off, there's a recall or it doesn't matter what company is from. I mean, It's like mine's an '03 Dodge Ram. So I mean, it's like that's the most newest one I've ever owned. And I just, I think Crystal said or somebody said it. I like vehicles where you can work on them, and you don't have to have all this computer whiz bang equipment to work on them.
Yep.
All right, I just pulled up a lawsuit. I may be wrong about the drivetrain, but they have actually they took the drive chassis and they are remaking the old sheet metal to, it says vintage on the grill, to the old style Broncos. I'm talking like maybe in the 60s or 70s. Yeah, 60s style inspiration. And they're mounting it. He's doing his own sheet metal on the body of the Bronco, and there's a lawsuit going on with it.
I was trying to find the name of the company. That's what I was looking, because, like I said, like I said, Troy says they're my buddy, but he was the one that was showing me that, and that was really cool. But they did. It was everything built with that, like you said, with that old body, and man, that was.
I had a student. He took a 71 full-wheel drive Chevy and changed out the axles for straight axle, 1 ton, Fords, Dana, axles. And then he modified the frame and he dropped a Duramax in this 71 Chevy. And I'm not a Chevy guy, but that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Like, it was cool.
Yeah.
Some of these kids that I shouldn't call them kids. Some of these students I teach, these young adults, they are super talented when it comes to that stuff. I had another one that had like a K5. He completely modified and redid. I had another one that took a first gen Dodge diesel with the 5.9 and converted it to all disc brakes and marine injectors and put a lift kit on it and everything, regular cab. It was sweet. These kids doing all this stuff, and here I am, can't even pay for the gas to put in mine to go back and forth to work every day,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My neighbor has a 2013 3500 heavy duty with the diesel. Bragged about that thing for absolutely years. Then one day, hey, my truck broke down. Can you come get it and put it in your trailer and bring it to this guy to fix it? I said, I'm going to tow it with a Ford, right? He goes, yeah. So I'll be over with I have an 18-foot dump trailer. I said, I'll bring over my Ranger and we'll tow it over there. And he was like, what? I said, well, I have to make it look good. He goes, promise me you don't take pictures of this. Okay. Now, here you go. He's asked me to tow it 3 times. He has the injection. Something's going on with the computer that's very well known, I guess. And you can't buy a computer for it. New is like $4,000. He bought a used one. He actually, I guess you have to buy 2 computers to make one. I don't know. I'm just telling you, it was like almost $2,000 to get it running again, and he's still not happy with it.
Wow.
Yeah. I have no. Yeah, I love you too, honey. I see you down there about motorbike. Yep.
Okay, Tony. The one, it is called Gateway Bronco. That's going to be the company.
Okay. I actually do have it there, and I was starting to read some of it.
Yeah.
And talk about trademark designs. I don't see a thing about it, but yeah, it's building the old body on the new chassis.
Yeah.
Well, you can buy all the body panels because that what is it, Nashville Trucks or Music City Truck channel they got a 60, 68 or something Bronco, and it was roached out, it was rusted, and they got every single panel. You could buy every panel, including the tub and everything, but you had to weld the tub together.
Right.
And the quarters, but you could buy every bit of sheet metal. And at that time, that was like 3 years ago when they made that episode. It was only like $3,000 for all brand new sheet metal.
This one, and they're building these, Dale, from the ground up, brand new. They're offering a 7-year warranty on them.
Yep.
They give a 7-year warranty. This one, the Fuel Line edition, or Fuel Lie edition, starts at 180,000. The one that's shown here is 250,000. You go to the next one, the one they call the one they call the Code edition, starts at 250,000. The one that's shown in the picture, which I don't know if you can see it here. Let me see. Let me bigify the situation. See, let me turn my.
That is.
They are sweet looking trucks. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Okay, that's.
But look, you see the price starts at 250,000, and it's shown right there 332,000.
Well, as soon as you pay me the money from all your bunny subscribers, we'll get one.
If you go with this one, the Lux LUXE GT edition. I don't know if you can see this.
That's Lux.
Lux. This is the starting price of. Let me turn it down a little bit more. Starting price of 400,000.
Yeah,
it's shown right there is 662,000.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Nope.
No, I'm serious.
And the guy is selling them left and right.
Yes. It comes.
I'm going to grow that out of my garage.
They said percentage-wise, he's selling more of the Broncos on his style faster than Ford is selling theirs, and this is what brought the lawsuit. The guy bought I can't remember. I'm just going to say 7,000 Broncos. I know it's probably wrong, but in that area, or it's 5,000, whatever, to do what we're talking about, and Ford is like nuts because they're taking away from him their product.
Oh, and by the way, Troy, my buddy told me about it, but there it is. I just had to remember the name of it.
Hey, Chris, just think, you're 40 minutes away from another bunny post or video.
I'm not going back to the pasture for you tonight, Chris. You can wait till tomorrow. Last time after live, but see, I agree. I thought we was
had to.
But look, I thought we was setting up a deal. I thought we was going to set up and what was it? Do pay for bunny time.
Pay for bunny. I also remember, Trey, that you were going to put up cameras. Yeah.
Look, I said that's something I've been thinking. Look, I ain't been around here to do nothing. I go back.
I know. I already started. I started the fun for you.
That's right. You said that was my sheep lesson, my deer hunting lessons. I got $5 to go toward my deer hunting lessons.
You don't know how to.
I don't know. I don't know if we could have took an airplane this weekend and had any better luck deer hunting. The
only thing I'm going to say is at least you got to go, because I didn't. Sunday, last day of rifle season, I'm like, I'm going to go deer hunting this evening. And then, oh, wait, I can't do that. I have a live clock.
What year was your dad's Jeep, Trey? And what color?
I do not remember the year. It was a 60 something, but it was a blue. It was the blue.
Well, look at, I don't know if you can see this, but look what these things are going for. There you go, Crystal. 17,000 for a 1975.
Yeah.
And we done on that one. We put, like I said, we took the motor out and bought a conversion kit and put a 332 Ford stroker in it. And the first time Dad went to try it out, he took it up there to the highway, popped a clutch on it, broke both rear axles in it.
Yeah.
So he put it in full-wheel drive.
I mean, it's a Jeep thing. No one understands why anyone would drive one.
Yeah. Well, he put it in full-wheel drive, drove it back to the house, and ordered 2 strange axles for it. And when those axles come in, you could go back. We went back up there. Same thing. It picked the front end up off the ground and towed the front end in. That little dude was bad. But so the problem was it was running very fast.
335.
No, 332.
332. So what is that? A 302 board 20 over?
I don't remember the exact, because they make a 331 and a 332. And
yeah, it's not the bore; it's actually the stroke of the end of the crank.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, crank and rod.
The bore goes into it, but it's the stroke on the crankshaft that's.
The Mountaineer is a 347 that she's got, but the cam's out of it, the fans are out of it, the pulleys are off of it. It still has the heads and the intake on it, but that's what she drives, the 347.
Yep. And like I said, the 340, the only reason Dad didn't is because of the a lot of times, as far as like everyday driving, some of it with the way the skirts are made on the pistons, the oil gap, oil ring, you get over time, you get a little bit more oil burn with the 347s as they age. So, that's why Dad don't do the 347s for now race motors. The 347. If you're gonna do a 302, that's the way we've always done.
I've got 200 on mine on that motor.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
And we do 10,000 mile oil changes on it. Yeah. And actually, I just changed oil this weekend, and it had 13,000 miles on it because I didn't know it was overdue. And it was about 2.5 quarts low. I freaked out. I did that last night about 10 o'clock at night. I'm changing oil. I was like, I cannot believe I let that go.
Well, I was talking though, just like flat out race motor stuff,
right?
Or street rod builds.
Well, Angie, tell you, she's run. I mean, this little Mountaineer. I always thought if she gets another car, I thought about making a Mountaineer something to run because I know it goes.
Yeah.
It had 411s at one time. The whole rear end assembly. I sold all that when she started driving it. I get rid of all the racing. I still have the cam though in the garage. Here we go.
I'm trying to remember what is it? What is a Mountaineer? It's
like a Ford Explorer. It's a Ford Explorer.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It was like a Ford Explorer, but okay, yeah.
What do you think of that one, man?
I was looking at it. I seen it. Dale, you got a lot of spare time, don't you? Yeah, I like that.
That was just now. I just refreshed my marketplace and that popped up.
Yep.
I wonder if I could sell Boss Dog and get that out of him. Maybe I should start leasing him out as a stud dog.
Time for gas.
Yeah, I ain't looked in a while for no.
That's what I just sent Tony.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's what I used to have there.
Oh,
Silver
right
Anniversary Edition.
Yep.
There it is.
That's the old big Bronco.
Yep.
92 Silver Anniversary. I love that thing. It had to get the timing chain replaced on it. Tina's cousin came out. I was like, "Oh, I'll fix it. Do a couple other things." It's like, okay. and gets it all put back together. And he went to the John Deere's place up in Anderson, got some stuff put in the oil that's supposed to help clean it out and whatnot and everything. Poured it in there. We jumped in, and it's about a mile from where we're at back to my brother-in-law's old place back in behind our property.
Yeah.
Hot rodded it there and back. Well, and I was on the volunteer fire department at the time. A couple days later, went on a call, tried going up a hill, made about halfway up the hill, and I lost all power. I could barely make it up that hill. So I limped it home and loaded it up on a trailer, took it up to a mechanic that's a friend of my little brother's up in Joplin. He goes, "Your engine's toast." And I had the bottle of it that was still in there that he put in there. He goes, "Did you put this in here?" And I told him what happened. He goes, "Read the instructions. You're supposed to put it in there, let it idle for X amount of time, and then just slowly drive it for X amount of time before you give it any real power." And like I said, he poured that in there and just hot rodded it there at basically 2 miles and blew my engine.
Yeah.
So I didn't have the money for a new motor for it. And so Tina made me sell it.
Back then, those 302s had nylon cam gears. Mm-hmm. And they used to ring off. And when I worked for Ford, whatever, when we had a cam gear go like that, it was an automatic pull the paint off of it and get that crap out. Because that you don't want that nylon getting in your screen, getting in all that, and it just wastes it. Hey, talking about screens, I was just at my son's work. I mean, a few weeks ago, he's showing me oil pump screens that look like the size of a dollar piece. That's it.
Oh, wow.
I mean, even small. They're plastic.
Ooh.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That ain't good.
Nope. Yeah. I was not happy. I missed that Bronco. I wanted to keep it and and just get a new motor put in it. And Tina got tired of it sitting in the yard, so I had to sell it.
I tried to buy my son one of those, the Eddie Bauer edition one. We was gonna fix it up for him, and it wasn't in too bad a shape, but the guy wouldn't sell it to us.
Well, and the wheels that are on it, which I looked it up because, like I said, that one's the silver anniversary edition of it.
Yeah.
And the guy got off of, he put aftermarket wheels on it. Well, I happen to have a 93 F-150 that I just sold or was getting ready to sell. The wheels actually matched what came on that Bronco originally. So I swapped those out, put the tires and rims off that was on the Bronco, and then took those and put those off my truck and put those on that Bronco. So it mostly matched.
Yeah.
and then like I said, after that engine blew in there. So, but it was fun. I loved driving that thing.
Well, guys, I'm going to get off and get on my phone, so I'll be in the chat. So,
all right, Chris.
See you later, Chris.
What are you gonna go set up camp and wait for your bunny video?
Dale, I love you. Just so you know that, my brother, I love you.
You'll get something tomorrow, Chris. I will hook you up tomorrow.
I've already said it. So
Night, Crystal.
All right.
Thank you for the hat, Trey.
Night, Crystal.
Night, Crystal.
Lori, are you talking about a Mustang 65, 66?
That's what she was asking. What year that Mustang was? I shared with you that.
Okay. Yeah.
That thing said it's already been a drag car.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, well, Johnny wouldn't know what to do if I showed up with that thing. Other than just whoop me.
Right.
Well, it takes time, Dale. You got.
I'm telling you. People think that deal like just happens overnight, like Johnny with that. That is years in the making to get to where he
8 years just for the engine alone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before he even took the motor to the machine shop to get started on it.
Crystal, that's a likely story. I have seminar. I can't sleep in tomorrow.
That's what they make coffee for.
But she'll be on YouTube while she's doing the seminar.
I guess Johnny said he's going back down to that racetrack the 28th.
Yeah.
I thought it was this last weekend, but it's the 28th.
The 28th, yeah. I told him no because we have family, and Angie says Dad would probably want to go with you.
Yeah, I heard that when Angie spoke up on that.
I didn't know that. I mean, so there's a chance of probably, I think.
Where's that at?
That down there in Salsaw in Brent. It's the Willie's or Wilsey's, WELSEY racetrack.
Isn't that the track that y'all went where there was no service? Is that the track where y'all went?
Supposed to be no service there, but it ended up being, yes.
I got you. Okay. Yeah,
I put a video on it like 2 or 3 months ago. I did one.
That's in Sallisaw, Oklahoma.
Yep. Yeah. For me, it's a 2.5 hour drive.
So that means it'll be like a 5-hour drive for me, probably.
I don't. Well, it's just below I-40 on, I think, off 59, I think.
It's 3 hours, 44 minutes from me.
Right.
I have to have my beauty sleep, Crystal, after I put on a show like we do here. I mean, what do you mean get up and give you a wake-up call?
See, her dad
get up.
Her dad flies in town on Sunday, so I guess we'll be talking to him about it, see what he wants to do. He's 78.
OKC?
What's that?
Is he flying into OKC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So pick him up and see what he says.
Yeah, you going to the drag races.
He's 78, and he takes like 3 naps a day, so who knows?
Crystal, that just sounds like a you problem, not an us problem.
Now he is a veteran, prisoner of war, and he's a good guy, but he's on meds. He's 100%.
A Plymouth Barracuda.
I'm out.
What?
In a Plymouth Barracuda car.
I'm out.
No. It's 4-0.
Oh, I know. I was just sitting there, popped up. Old Plymouth Barracuda. You don't see them very often.
These coyotes around here are so bad. My GSP, all of a sudden, he started howling like there was something wrong with him out there. And there's coyotes everywhere when I went outside a while ago, all around me.
Right.
They've been cutting up around here too with that full moon, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Same here.
And plus, it's getting. I think this time of year is their mating season, isn't it?
It should start. Yeah, it should start pretty soon.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, getting pretty close to that. So
I may have to. I may have to start predator hunting. Start calling them.
Yeah, we might make a weekend trip out of that.
Yeah.
I will bring some toys.
I was gonna say I got a little 300 blackout, would be perfect.
Yep.
Well, in Kansas, you can't use those tools after dark until after the first of the year. They have an actual season and you can use them.
See, ours here, you couldn't. Used to in Louisiana, you had to stop predator hunting. That's hog, coyotes, any of that. 10 days before deer season opens.
Yep.
And then you couldn't go back until 10 or 14 days after. But they finally here about 2 or 3 years ago just said, go get them anytime. Well, and that makes all the difference.
It's because there's nobody there's nobody that's doing it anymore. So everything's out of balance. That's when all of a sudden all the oil left and everything else, you know?
Yep.
And I can tell you right now, when it's cool, those thermals, they pop. That you can't hide.
Right.
I watched Lucky Duck the other day. Lucky Duck calls, they were using them, and holy cow.
Oh, I guarantee you. There's no hiding from it. Like I said, unless you go inside or.
I was watching them the other day when it was like colder than cold and it was raining there, last weekend or whatever. And they were in Colorado and they set up on this call and they had 6 come in at one time.
Really?
Coyotes come running in there at one time.
Man.
That's pretty cool. You get that many coming in there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, especially them, they're using all suppressed 223. You know, it was during the day. One guy, he wanted to, which that's his whole business. It's the guy that owns Lucky Duck, makes up all the calls and everything. He wanted to get up using a 10 gauge. So he set up right next to the call.
Stop it, Dale.
4 of them come right up next to the call, and he's just mowing these things down like Wyatt Earp, man, with that 10 gauge. Just one after another.
That's one there that takes care of business on both ends.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. My wife's off the bed. I need to go to bed too because 6:15 will be around quick.
Yep. I gotta get bed. I gotta get out the shop and finish up a project for Tina so she don't kill me. So
tonight?
No, tomorrow. So I need to get out. So
well, you better start using some oak wood, or else Paul's gonna throttle us both.
Oh, I got projects already ready for that oak wood. I just need to get to the point to where I can actually start using it. So I got it sitting over, covered, and ready to go. I just need to get to the point where I can actually start those projects. So
Yep.
All right, guys. I'm going to go. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you next time. All right. Be safe.
All right,
You too, Tony.
Yep.
See you later.
Yeah.
Eric, Trey, have a good night. Bye.
All right.
Yep. I'm going to head out too. So see you guys.
See you, Eric.
All right, man. And then there were 2.
Love my Plymouth Duster. Lori had a Plymouth Duster. Damn.
Yeah, we're gonna get ready to wrap the thing up too. I need to get. I hadn't had much sleep the last few days.
So I come in. They did tell you that they're going to go ahead and they're going to give you shots in your knee first.
Well, what they done today, they went ahead today and they give me a cortisone shot in it to try to help that. Told me to the anti-inflammatory medicine that my doctor put me on the other day when I went. Told me to basically double it. Start taking the same thing twice a day instead of once a day. And they scheduled me for December the 31st to come and do the injections, those gel or something injections. That gives the insurance, that gives them enough time to get it approved through the insurance company. And we're going to try that. He said we'll know pretty quick. He said, but he said they have some people that it really doesn't do anything for, they say. Some people he said, a month to 3 months of relief. And he said he's had some people get anywhere from 8 to 10 months of relief with it. Because all it basically does.
People must not be very active.
And that's what he said. He said a lot of that stuff has to do. He said, but a lot of it is your body too, and how it all takes it, and so on and so forth, whatever. So, his hopes in the deal is he hopes that we can do this, and it will prolong it. And for some reason, he's just got like 48 years old in his mind, but I mean, heck, if you get 25, 30 years out of a knee, I mean, I'm pretty sure 30 years from now, I'm not going to be up rolling,
Yeah.
So I'm just to the point. That's why I said it done got so bad. I'm like, I'm ready to get it fixed. I'm sick of fighting this deal. And, like I said, like I told you, the deal with the deer the other night where I just was getting out of breath and, and like now, I've always been the one I'm telling my son, come on, hurry up, keep up, catch up. Well, now I'm the one that's getting behind. Ow.
Brenda.
Yeah, she was digging in my leg. Oh, that was hurting. Drew blood. But yeah, and like last night we took a long walk last night trying to find some hogs. And I was right there with them, and shoot, by the end, they was having to stop and wait on me. And what it does, I go to favoring it so much, my left knee, that my dadgum right hip starts hurting.
Yep.
And it's like, oh my gosh. And like now today,
like Big Mike from MT Homestead, they fixed his one hip that was bad. Well, that hip had been bad for so long that he was favoring the other one. Now he wore out the other one, so then he had to have the other one fixed.
Yep.
But
thank you, Troy.
I didn't think about that, but Lori's right. That's a heck of a day to get that done. That's New Year's Eve.
Well, I mean, I've got to try to work it. They wanted to do it. Like the first or second day I go back to work on days. And I'm like, well, I can't do that. I mean, I can, but I mean, why take off work when I've just had 7 days off?
So well, I would want it to be on. I'd want to get it on like after the first or the second, so you could start your deductible for the next year.
Well, yeah, I guess so. But at the same time, it's I've met my deductible, so this is apparently some pretty high shots.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Going with what he says, and it really is going to depend on what the insurance company approves, because he said there's multiple shots, and he said one of the shots is a one shot. Then they have the 2 shots, and then the 3. And he said the way they work, if you do the 2 or the 3, you come, the same time a week apart. So if my insurance company approves a 3-shot one, then I'll have to go 3 straight weeks and go get an injection. Now there go me not thinking far enough ahead. I didn't ask him what is the best one. Do I want the 1-shot one, or do I want the 3, or so I don't really know which one is the better one to get. I guess I'll find that out. But he said that basically that the insurance companies, they're going to dictate what I get. So it don't matter if one's better or worse than the other, unless I want to come and pay for it myself, more or less, I guess.
Yeah. Well, Chris is all worried about Bunny not getting taken care of. So let
me tell you, if you come take care of Bunny, you got more than money to take care of.
Yeah. It's like my place. If I go down, somebody's going to have a full-time job for a while.
Yeah. 69. I thought that, I got you. So he's talking about the car. Yeah. I don't know. I was fully prepared. I was all for cut me and do it. And now they're worried about, and he says that they won't know whenever it does come down to the knee replacement. I broke my femur back in 2001. Me and Jessica had a pretty bad foiler wreck. And I broke my leg from my knee to my hip in 5 places. My femur in 5 places. Yeah.
I'd say that was a bad wreck.
Yeah. Well, the four-wheeler basically it flipped, and I held on to the four-wheeler, and the whole weight of the four-wheeler landed on me. It threw Jessica off of it, and now the four-wheeler run out there after it finally got rid of me, and it rode over Jessica. Jessica had knobby marks running up her leg and across her back, bruised in her.
Woo.
But yeah, and we wasn't even doing nothing stupid. I mean, it wasn't like we was, But anyway, he told me what he's worried about is the way they have to cut your leg to install. He said there may be one screw that's in there that may interfere. But he said if so, it's not really a major deal. He said it'll just be something they'll have to remove when they get in there to put the new knee in.
Yeah.
So, but he told me, he said, he told me like right now, man, I said, I'm out of shape. I can't run. And I like to run. But he's like, he said, running is not in your future anymore. I guess basically until I get a knee replacement, it won't be no running. And that's why I told him, Dad, I don't want to wait until, I'm not young, but at the same time, I'm also not old right now. And I would benefit from being able to go. And that's why I'm just at the point, I don't care. I want it fixed. I see Mama's done had her too, and she gets along just fine. And, I had
one customer years ago. He, like his wife got one replaced, and then it went after 6 months and got the other one replaced. And when it was time for him to have his done, the doctor said, well, let's just do both of them at the same time. And everybody's like, what do you mean they did both of them at the same time? He said, actually, recovery. They said, and he did it. He got along way better because, the rehab was just both of them. So he didn't favor one side or the other, because he couldn't, they were both the same,
Yeah.
But
well,
my aunt got it done when she was like in her early 40s, and she did it on a holiday weekend, kind of like what you're talking about. And it just kept hurting and hurting, and it wasn't getting any better. And she kept getting sicker and sicker. And finally, she convinced the doctor that something wasn't right. And they went in there, and because her leg was all swollen up, and she was pretty diabetic. And they finally took a needle and stuck in there and drew her out to take a biopsy, and she was plumb full of MRSA. Like, being it was a holiday weekend, they didn't do a good job of cleaning and sterilizing everything. She got MRSA in her leg, so they had to have emergency surgery, take it out, and they just put a straight stick. So her leg was just connected with a straight stick in it, and had tubes coming in to drain and run antibiotics. And she was that way for like 3 months before they finally went back and put her knee in. And she was in a world of bad deal.
Well, we had done my boss, me and my boss had done talked about it, and because the job that I do and my off time, me working 7 and 7, we had done basically come up. He's like, look, do you think? I said, look, I said, if long as mine goes like most everybody I know that has knee surgery now, I said, I'm telling you, 3 to 4 weeks, I'll be able to walk. Maybe it's going to be a little bit of a limp, but as far as walking without a walker or any help, I'll be good.
Yeah.
So we've been worked it out. I was going to try to schedule it for when I worked off, take a full hitch of sick time, and I'd be off again my other 7 days. Well, that right there is 21 days. And then I was going to plan on taking a week's vacation and then be off another week. Well, I could take a week's vacation, a week's sick leave, and I'm off for 5 weeks. And he said, you can just come on back and go straight days. And that way we'd have somebody there during the day. They go make my rounds for me, and I go back to work in 5 weeks.
I bet if it all goes well, you'd be back. You could actually be back within a month.
Oh yeah, I mean, like with the way Mama is, like I said, Mama's what 60? Mama's 62. 62 or 63. I mean, and she's bounced back from this second one like a champ. I mean,
she's younger than my parents.
Yeah, I mean, she's been helping work cows and mowing yards, and I mean, because of her job, they won't let her come back. I mean, they're making her take, I think, 10 weeks off.
Holy moly!
Yeah, it's 8 or 10 weeks. Which I mean,
Lisa had to have knee surgery because she tore her meniscus in hers, and the school wouldn't let her come back. I mean, she missed half the school year. They would not let her come back to work.
See, and that's where all this started. So my right knee, I went to having issues. Well, my left knee was hurting. Then something just changed, and my right knee went to hurting, which I think it was from favoring my left knee. Well, I went to the doctor because my right knee had done got where it was hurting so bad. So found out I had torn meniscus in my right knee. Went to the doctor. They sent me to a specialist, and he's like, "Yep, you got a torn meniscus." And he said, "We need to go in there." And he told me everything they was going to do. I'm like, "Okay, let's do it." So he went there and done it. And he told me, I said, what's my restrictions? What can or can't I do? He says, I'm giving you no restrictions. He says, the quicker you get back to normal activities, the better you're going to be.
Like, that's pretty much what they told her, but it was a workman comp deal, and they wouldn't let her off of it until.
Well, but that was cool. I said, all right, cool. Well, I mean, I thought no restrictions meant no restrictions. So 2 days after surgery, I was 30 foot up a tree. Matter of fact, if you've watched those videos of me hunting where I'm 30, 35 foot up, I hung them stands 2 days after my meniscus. And I'm telling you, I was sore, but that was it. I'm telling you, I ain't missed a bit. And I went with this left one, and they finally, I said, it just got to where it was hurting so bad. Meniscus tear. I said, all right. I said, let's fix it. I won't be down. I won't miss no work, nothing. And boy, let me tell you, I was one of those Friday evening, late in surgery, and my surgery was like 3 hours, 2.5, 3 hours late.
Oh my gosh!
So my surgery didn't start literally until like 3 or 4 that evening, and he did it. He did come back and see me after the surgery was over. It didn't take him no time. And he told me, he said, my very first visit back, your first checkup, he said, I'll have pictures. We'll go over the pictures, and I'll show you everything we've done, blah, 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 whatever, Hey, Karma.
Hi, Karma.
But anyway, I went back for my first checkup, and the nurse practitioner coming. I'm like, well, where's the doc? Oh, you're not going to see him. You're going to see me. I said, no, he told me that we was going to go over everything. He was going to show me the pictures. And he said, oh, no, you ain't going to see him for none of that. I told him, man, it was hurting pretty good. And then I ended up having to go like 2 days after the surgery. Jessica took me to the urgent care over there, the same hospital that done the surgery, or doctor's office, had infected. My incisions and stuff had got infected.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And I'm telling you, every time I go back, I never seen the doctor after my surgery. Never. It was always a nurse practitioner. And every time I tell him, I said, man, I haven't had one of these done. I said, I'm telling you, something's not right in this knee. I said, something is, it's staying tight. I can't straighten it out. And still right now, I cannot straighten that knee out all the way. And that doctor moved back to Georgia. He moved here from Georgia for this job. And then he just all of a sudden up and left and moved back to Georgia. So I'm sure it was and I don't know. I'm not blaming nothing, but one of them deals probably end up
probably a malpractice deal.
Yeah.
But,
so,
well,
but
I'm
anyway,
gonna get off here so you can get off of here. But
yeah, I'm gonna do that, and hopefully, like I said, hopefully Mr. Paul and Tina and them help them with some watch hours.
Oh yeah.
So, and if anybody else,
you got to get Chris hooked up.
I will. I, like I said, I didn't know that he could. I just assumed that he couldn't because he
No,
was.
if you're using a streaming platform, you can
he
go
can do it.
immediately.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'll get with him before next week, and I need to go back and start with Mr. Paul and do a binge watch on Paul and run all of his stuff and help build up. Like I said, I try to do that with everybody. I don't mind helping anybody.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hey, Peter. Good night, bud. Appreciate you watching. Coming in.
Have a great night, Peter.
So
yeah,
yeah.
And that's kind of so. Yeah, I don't know. I've kind of got a few things going on in the evening. It's the end of semester, so I don't know how much I'll be on the next couple nights.
Yeah. Well, that's me. I go back to work tomorrow
Chris.
night. I go back early, so I don't know if depending on how the night goes, whether I can even get on when Amy and them go live tomorrow night.
Yeah, I seen you were on with Dakota and Shayla, but that was we were, that the ladies had their digging in the word, and then they were talking about next week, and so I couldn't really.
We were driving back from Shreveport, and that's like it's about a 2-hour drive to where we went to the doctor today. And Dakota texted me and told me just gonna let me know that they were gonna try to go live tonight, and they was gonna put the link in there. Anybody wanted to join was gonna join. I said, well, if I get home in time and I'll join. I think I was about 15 minutes late or so.
Shreveport is 8 hours from me.
8 hours. Yeah, yep. We're 2 hours. Well, actually, we went to Bossier, but Bossier Shreveport area. It's one of them deals. One thing it is the difference between Bossier and Shreveport's a bridge across the river.
Yeah.
So, well, you follow the rules. When Jennifer falls asleep, keep talking till she wakes back up. Alarm just went off to reload the wood stove. There you go, Jennifer.
Man, Jennifer, you loading this wood stove with all these alarms and everything. I had a wood stove for years. I never had an alarm. It was
look, the alarm
that was Nana going,
cold.
Hey, it's getting cold. Go put wood in the stove.
Yeah, Karma, I bet Shreveport is days from you. Thank you, Chris. I've got to get some more caps ordered before I do my giveaway. And like I said, I figure it's going to be sometime in January. I'm not calling the exact time because I'm getting through Christmas and all this stuff. But I said what I'm not going to do. So if anybody that's in here or listening, they'll see it. I think you was in there. We was talking about it. I'm not going to put in my title, my 4,000 watch hour giveaway. Yep, that's what I'm going to call it. So it'll be a celebration or something like that. And that way y'all know that I want people that's actually watched and help get there.
You definitely want it in that subscriber mode when you do that.
Yeah, and I haven't never done that. So
I would do it for longer than 5 minutes. I'd do it like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because Riff Raff is not going to join.
Yeah.
For 10, they're not going to wait around for 10 minutes to stuff. You know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to make it a pretty good giveaway. Order shirts cheaper and cheaper to ship. What do you mean order shirts cheaper and cheaper to ship?
She means get shirts instead of hats because they're cheaper.
Oh, yeah. Well, what I found since I found out the priority thing, I did not know. First time I went, I'm like, I need a box this cap will fit in.
Yeah, I quit sending stuff. I just send it regular mail.
Well, and I didn't know that the guy at the post office, he handed me some
That's what
boxes.
they did to me at first too.
So I mean, I was paying $10, $11, $12 to ship.
We were paying like $8 and $9 to ship them soft koozies. Didn't we give you one of them? It's like flat. It's just a koozie.
Yeah, we won one.
It'll go in an envelope. We're
Yeah.
paying like $8-9 to ship that thing. Finally, I'm like, really? I'm like, there's not a cheaper way to. Well, you can just send it regular mail. I said, what's that going to cost? Oh, like $3. I said, that's what we're going to do.
Yep.
Well, now you want to make sure it gets there. I said, ma'am, you don't understand. What you're charging in freight is more than what it cost me. If you lose that one, I'll just send another one. Like,
yep.
But we talked to our supplier on all that, and they're not gonna print anything until summer again.
I'm
college student.
Do y'all use the barnyard or whatever you call it?
I've used Spring, but everybody's kind of tried to talk me into Bonfire. But then the other night, everybody was mad about Bonfire.
Well, I'm kind of up in the air with it because it's one of them deals. I'm a support your local, deal, and so if I use Bonfire, you're not making any money off of it, which you don't really make no money off of any merch, you call it, whether it be caps or shirts. I mean,
unless you're like Eddie Family Farms or Arms Family Homestead.
Yeah. I mean, if you're selling buttloads of it, it may be different, but like me, and I mean, if you're able to buy buttloads, you can make more money because the more and more you buy, the cheaper and cheaper you can buy it,
Yeah.
But like me, a dozen caps is around $200 for a dozen caps.
Yep.
And but they're nice caps. They're the Richardson. They're good caps. They got good quality, leather patches.
So the ones that I got from Pooch, they're not Richardson. They're like a Yapong or something. They're a knockoff Richardson. I like them better. I'm not a big fan of Richardson hats. Are hot for me to wear with all this hair, and they're not as hot.
Really? No. And so I got some people that they said that some of the off-brand hats don't go as big. True. So they don't fit their heads right. Like one guy that I had a black one, he wanted a black one. Well, the guy, he took him so long, I was telling y'all Pinecone Fest. So it was taking him so long to get them knocked out for me the first time, that he just threw me some extra caps in there.
Yeah.
And for free, just because it took him so long to get them done. And I didn't even notice it until I went to ship out one that it wasn't a Richardson. I'm not mad about Bonfire, but one time I get a good shirt quality wise, the next not so good. So it's kind of hit or miss.
Oh, I think that's more on people that are offering that on Bonfire. You can pick different levels of shirts.
Yeah.
I know that's the way Spring is. I can pick like a nice quality shirt, or I can pick just a shirt,
The problem with like a website is it costs $30 or $40 a month to keep a website up and running.
Yep.
A decent, and it's the cost of like $400 or something to get it up and going. And that's by me. I got a buddy that does that stuff. That's just me paying for the program and paying for, or whatever you call it. Maybe it's art or whatever.
I don't know what channel Shaylee's from, but night.
I don't know neither. Good night. So, but I would like to be able to get all my stuff made local.
Yeah.
And sell it like that. So I'm trying to find a way.
These come from that girl I'm talking about, that it won't be till summer before I can get more of them.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, in mine, I could do like, that's got the material on it, and I could do it with that, and it's just a smidget cheaper. But the ones I've done the dye sublimated. Now it's not as bright, but the shirts will wear out before it leaves. But
the sublimation or whatever.
The sublimation won't never, because it's in the shirt. Like Nana got one.
Yeah. You mean that shirt that Nana claims is hers, and I don't.
Whoever won it, I don't know.
She won
told me
it.
what color.
I'll say it's hers.
So I've been gonna go and get some hoodies made, do some hoodies with it, but I had never got around to it.
We actually, so it's funny. We actually looked into, after that conversation with Brandon from Eddie Family Farm. We started looking into getting the stuff for ourselves. I mean, there's still some things like those hats that Pooch made are awesome. They are.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm not going to spend the money to do that. Like, and from what I can see, he's real reasonable on them. He priced them to me. I just need to pull the trigger and get them. You know what I mean? Or offer them.
Well, like I said, I haven't sold a single item. Everything I've done, I've give away or whatever. But all that stuff comes around. 2 a.m. here. Just brought in wood. I'm good till 6 now. Dang gone.
Hey, used to live it. Used to live it, sister. I know. But what I would do is I'd bring in enough for the night, clear till
just
morning.
have it inside, yeah.
Yep. That way I could go fill the wood stove in my house slippers and be done with it.
Yep.
But actually, our stove, we could shut it down enough that at night, that it would burn. It'd still be good till early in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Well, most do, and that's what I say. I just wonder if some of it is. I don't know if she just don't. If it's not that big, or is it just burning that hot? Maybe. Also, take into hey Tim, you missed. I was about to say just. That was how long we've been on now? 3 hours.
I don't know. It's been a while.
About 2.5 hours ago, Tim, I got y'all's yours and Dana's Christmas card. So I was telling. But
yep, we need to. We got more cards in today.
That's all got to be shipped. I'm still trying to. I hope I don't miss people. I'm trying to.
Well, that's Nana sent a bunch out, and then we got a bunch of cards in. So then she actually had addresses of a few that we were wanting to send some to anyway, but we finally got a card from them. So we got an address. So then she had to fill out more and send more. So, but
yeah.
Well, I'm going to get off here, dude, because it's like after midnight, and I still got
work. I know it's 12:11 here.
Yeah.
So, but well, I appreciate it, Mr. Dale.
You bet. You have a great night. I'm gonna let you close out.
I do.
See
you. Yeah, Evelyn. I've got a company that's over about 45 minutes from me that does the really, really nice shirts, kind of like the one like you're talking about there that Mickey had. And they do some really, really good quality. But there again, quality comes with an expense. And it's not cheap to get them. Now, if I buy 1,000 shirts from them, they'll make me a deal, But the shirts will be there, and I'm all about that. I like quality sometimes over the quantity thing. 2 or 3 loads worth, like I said, ours too. Yeah, that stove burns 6 to 8 hours. But I think, man, like Jennifer, it's up there. Man, it's cold just all the time. Had a busy night, Tim. Well, I'm glad you could stop by anyway. I just don't. My spine, damn it, bothers me too. Yeah. How much wood can you put in there, Jennifer? Jennifer maybe went back to sleep on me. After one here. Oh, Karma's gone. I missed that. I was talking to Dale leaving. stove with a big glass door. Really? Let me see. You get, I don't know if everybody can see that. You get what you pay for, and sometimes quality can be a little pricey. It is. Quality is, but like I said, I'd rather get something. That's why I like the shirts that I did before. I went with the dye sublimation because the people that got them shirts, as long as they want to wear them, they can wear them. Them shirts the dye's not gonna wear out. The biggest new one I could get. It recycles the heat to get the most efficient burn. All the new ones are 4 hours. Wow. Well, I hadn't. You don't. I guess you're not using no other heat. That's the only heat you have, huh, Jennifer? It's from the wood stove. I mean, wood fireplace. I'm in Massachusetts, and at a time we had no insulation in most of the wall. Yeah, but then when you don't do that, that's oh no, I'm okay. Yeah, that insulation is that's really important to keeping that heat in. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You was telling Dale about. I got you, Karma. Depends on the size of the wood. It heats 2,000 square foot. That's pretty good. But y'all don't get a break from the cold. It's just cold there. I don't like it when it goes getting in them teens. Them teens, it goes to. Hey, Jennifer does that wood sparkle. That's what she likes. She likes where that wood sparkles, Beth. And it shimmers in the light. Oh my gosh. Oh. How much wood could Jennifer haul if Jennifer could haul wood? Bless it. Well, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. We're 3 hours and 11 minutes into the situation. And which I gotta stay up a little while. I gotta go back to work tomorrow night. Well, excuse me. I'm sorry. I go back to work tonight. I go back 2 nights early. And so I gotta work 9 nights this time. Used hydro last year, country of last year. Oh yeah. Wow. The house is from 1912. So you have no insulation. Oh, should rebuild the house. It wasn't fun when the kids were all little. I bet it wasn't. Oh, okay. You got paid. You still owe the hydro company 5,000. I got it. Oh, yes. Hey, good night, Lori. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Yeah, Karma. I mean, all we got to do, just shoot me an email. It's my email is on my page, or it's our Louisiana Life 318@gmail.com, and we'll get something. I mean, I'll be more than happy to come on. So we just got to make everything work out. Like I said, we may have to do like a pre-recorded thing or something like that, you know. Oh, Bill and Mickey, y'all still hanging in there. Hey, anytime, and hey, if there's anything else I can help, I mean, Dale knows more about some of that stuff than I do, but like I said, I'd be more than happy. You can email me. I can give you my phone number, whatever. I'll help you any way I can on the situation. Like I said, I learn more about it every day myself. So I appreciate that. I missed y'all's first live. I didn't even, like I said, I've been completely out of touch. I've been off grid just hunting, and then I come home this morning and went, straight to Shreveport and went to the doctor, and we done some shopping and then just come straight home. So I've been kind of out of everything. It was built in the 1800s. Wow. So this year, I'm just using my 3 cords of emergency wood I got last year and just bought 2 more cords of hardwood. Wow. Takes 2 cords a month. And you said, how long is it cold up there, Jennifer? How long is that there? You said it's like 8 months, didn't you? I think it was you we was talking one night. Said y'all got to run that for it's like 8 months of that. Yeah, just anytime, Carmen. Just hit me up on my email and we'll work something out. Like I said, I go back to work tomorrow night, so I won't work off until next Thursday. It's when I'll be off again. It's also 1,600 square foot and full upstairs. Gotcha. All right, Chris. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate you stopping by, coming on, jumping on tonight. And like I said, I'm gonna get you some bunny footage tomorrow. Oh yeah. Well, like I said, if I can help y'all with anything, just hit me up, Bill, Mickey. So I will hook y'all up best I can. Yeah, there it is right there. Good night, Beth. 8 months, but this year was warmer than usual, so I was able to be skimpy on wood for 2 months. Yep. So, but anyway, all right, guys. Good night, Laurie. Thank you for being here. We're going to end it right there, guys. And like I said, I appreciate everybody stopping by and chit chatting and doing all those good things. And like I said, I'll be on. I guess I wasn't going to do a live next Monday because I was going to be at work and it's Christmas week. But Joe and Chris and some of them, they think I ought to. So I'm going to try to be live again next Monday, be Christmas week. So around May, it's still in the 40s and 50s. Wow. Truck frame in the woods and over. Yeah. You check out around there, Jennifer. You might be sitting on a gold mine and stuff. It might be gold out there. All right, Karma. Thank you and good night. Guys, if I don't get off here, I'll just keep on talking and answering questions and everything else, guys. So anyway, and look, any of y'all that are in here, if you would like to be able to come on panel and get some watch hours, yeah, y'all hit me up. Send me an email. I can't do but 3 a week, and I'd be more than happy to let some of y'all come up. If you don't do them, but come on for 5-10 minutes, and then you can just stay on. Just make sure people run through y'all's channel. So, but anyway, guys, all right, I'm finna sign this thing off. So, like I said, if I don't, I'll sit here and keep running my head all night. Anyway, guys, thank all y'all for stopping by. And till next week, guys, we'll see y'all.